Good evening, this is the Nerds to Human, and welcome back to the Germania short campaign live stream series. And hopefully everything is working well here. Hopefully the audio is working. Do let me know in the little chat section. For some reason my chat box isn't currently coming up, but I will move us over to the game screen. And there we go, back into the game as Germania. And okay, where did we leave this off last time? Last time we had a pretty solid start, if I do recall. Took over lots of rebel settlements to the east. Vickers Gothi and Lover-Sais are under our control, which is excellent news. Hey there, David Labril and Tiny Heine, or Teeny Heine 09. We can hear you very well. Excellent news, both of you. Thank you very much for the confirmation. Yes, mostly rebel settlements last time. A good selection of eastern provinces. Obviously, we're actually playing the short campaign here, which technically is kill Dacia and Scythia. So, okay, we haven't really done anything to do with that, have we? We'll get to that in time, although probably not today either. Of course, our short-term plan was to very much kind of give ourselves a secure rebel settlement over here in Northern Europe. And from there, spread over towards the Britons, because yes, we did a poll, didn't we, to ask if you want to go to take on the Britons first or whether to head straight for Dacia. And I'm quite happy with the decision we have made here because, okay, last time we managed to smash into Samobriva, which is good news because it means that now we're in a much stronger position to go and take on Londinium and knock the Britons out of the game. We did leave my spy behind last time, didn't I? Which is a bit foolish. Don't have any movement points, so hopefully they won't get sunk on the end turn. Oh yeah, one thing I remember right at the end of the part, yeah, the Gauls attacked me, which is rather unfortunate. I believe these two are allies. And oh yes, I'm allies with Thrace because of course I need a friend in the world. Yeah, Gaul are allies with Britannia, so that's fine. And also Britannia are allies with the Dacians, which is fine, which is why I was petty and allied myself with Thrace. Excellent news. Okay, so Teeny Haney, I'm going with that pronunciation based on what you just said there. Excellent. Always felt the short campaign for wiping out Scythia for Germans is a tad unfair. Yeah, it's very, very unfair. Far to get to them and difficult to fight as well. I do agree. JO2T94R rolls off the tongue, that one. Yes, I do agree with that. Absolutely. It probably should be take out Britons, I would say. Or maybe, I mean, Dacia... I would say like 2 out of 3 of like... Well, no, maybe just taking out Dacia and Briton. Just Britons, I think, is fair enough, to be honest. I know the Germans' usual expansion area would be kind of to the east and a little bit to these southern ones, rather than west and north, but that's mainly because the AI doesn't bother going north. It probably should be taking out the Britons. Anyway, we will get to that in time. So there's always the small chance that we lose the actual campaign conditions because someone else maybe gets there first. Someone like Egypt could actually potentially do that, getting 15 settlements and taking out, I think, is it Seleucids for them? Is that it? For the Egyptians, I'll have to check that. But yeah, certainly for them, that might be the potential way we lose this if we're not quick enough. I'm not going to race to any of it. We're just going to enjoy ourselves. Regions controlled currently at 9 because we do have quite a few of these settlements at this stage. What we want to do today basically is, yes, the Battle of Britain, as the title of the episode is. It's a bit obvious, but it's also pretty much as accurate as you can get. We are the Germans and we're planning on Operation... what was it? The name's gone from my head now. Not Operation Seahorse. Oh my days, it's so close. Anyway, it's all fine. We're going to do what Hitler never managed to do in World War II. And luckily, the Brits don't have aerial dominance. No one has aerial dominance over Britain. So we're just going to land our navy straight away. Although, obviously, they do have naval dominance, but we've managed to slip past anyway, which is excellent. So, there we are. Oh, good. I suggest after conquering Londinium, it's time for the Gaul settlement. Yeah, we'll see what the plan is. I think, obviously, Britons will be able to do today. I don't know if they've got Ireland. Can't see right now. We'll find that out in time. I doubt they have, but in time we'll get to that. So, yeah, whilst they're at war with us, we'll have to deal with this problem, and that means that Alesia is going to have to go down. Their capital is right here, which in some ways is dangerous, but it's also a good opportunity for us. So we need to bear that in mind and make sure we're prepared between Trier and Samabriva to go and deal with the Gauls. But it looks like they have quite a few troops here, so it could be potentially difficult. Operation Sea Lion. I knew it was sea animal. Operation Sea Lion. Yeah, I was so close, and I knew it was one of those. The second I heard it, I would realise. Anyway, Operation Seahorse is underway, and we are hopefully not going to run into too many problems with Dad's army. So hopefully with Londinium squashed, we can give ourselves a few enslaved peoples to... Yes, that was a big note from the end of last time, wasn't it? Enslave London. I wrote that on my notes, and I did remember that note. That should give us lots of people. We need them over here in Samabriva because I think we might have enslaved, or I don't know. Yes, there's enslaved. So we enslaved this, and it's a bit small at the moment. So we'll keep Brigantia for the time being because that will help the population growth. But what's the other place I wanted to grow? Probably Vickers Gothi. Quite a few of these are weak, but they shouldn't be too close to being attacked anytime soon. I would like lava size bigger, but it is what it is for the time being. Vickers Gothi has quite a lot of potential in terms of its economics, so we're going to grow that along with Samabriva. Trier is very close to growing as well. We're on 1700 here. So one small change from the end of last time is I'm just going to get rid of that palisade, which we'll never end up building, and we'll send some peasants in this direction. We'll get some straight into Trier right now, which should leave us very, very close. 4.5%. That might even get there next time. I can't bother to do the maths right now. Okay, and I think in general we're probably in a good place to end our term. Let's have a quick reminder of some of the world diplomacy. As said, we're at war with Britons and Gauls. They're allied with each other. Britons are also allied with the Dacians, who are at war with our allies, the Thracians. But as you can probably see from the map, yes, Dacia has actually been conquered by Thrace, which is excellent news indeed. So that might make it easier to deal with Dacia. Maybe won't ever have to go to war. I suspect we will, but that's something. Ooh, Macedonia also allies, by the way. Now the allies is Scythia, which means in time that might happen, but that might be a nice link of alliances to get into. So yes, that's exactly what I think I had in mind from last time. Excellent stuff. Okay, as German, I can only approve the operation. Now, I might as a Brit change my mind part way through this. We don't have to take on the Britons at all. But no, I think we shall indeed do that. So the main plan for now, smash up the Britons, which should be simple enough with all of our pikey spear lads. And make sure we're able to hold the border here with the Gauls. Because, yeah, Alesia needs to go down. So we're not in a rush, but we need to get ourselves set up for that kind of a thing. So I think otherwise it's probably time to end our turn. I do apologise if my throat's a bit bad. I'm going to have to cough here. I've been a bit unwell. As I said yesterday, I wasn't really able to do the stream. It's been a good over a week now where the plague has been getting me. I still managed to do some recording. So on the Empire series, you'll probably notice there's a period where basically my voice stops working. But hey-ho. I should be right today. My throat is an awful lot better. For some reason, they actually want to come out and attack us. Interesting. Low tax rate in Rome. Rome? We don't have a Rome. Did I name something Rome? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to have to go deal with these guys in a minute. So, what have they got? Oh, big pile of warband and one woad warrior. Okay, well these are quite a nice unit. I always enjoy these guys. Dressed in woad, lovely blue dye, which I guess is why the Britons come in blue on this game. Yeah, very nice unit in some ways. I never really feel a worthwhile because of the 2 turns and all of that nonsense. They're a little bit like religious fanatics actually in Medieval 2, aren't they? The ones that you get on the actual campaign, they're the religious fanatics, not the pilgrims, I think. Ones with 13 attack and 1 defense. They're a little bit better, but not by a lot. Good charge bonus here, but a lot of good extra sideway things. On the plus side for us, we're just going to poke them all with long sticks. So let's head on into battle, and that's going to be glorious. So there we are. Right. Oof, this could be a nice way of mopping these guys up actually without having to take them on at the city, which can always have some awkwardness.
The day has dawned. How terrible it must be to Even now, fear works in the bowels of our foes. Time to shed the blood of enemies.
Short and sweet. Yeah, time to shed the blood. Let's go and kill them. I think it should be about as simple as the introduction as well. So we got a couple warband, and where are the women? Oh, they're over there. I can see them for a moment. Okay, and some cavalry back here. Lovely stuff. Okay. Right, I hope my settings are all good. I've been playing a lot of Empire recently, as you can probably imagine. So I don't think I've played any Rome since we were playing this last time. So I might start like pushing odd buttons around. Like I feel like this is moving slower than I'm used to currently. But there we are. How long have you been playing Total War games? And anyone in chat? For me, if that question is indeed targeted at me, I've been playing since Rome Total War, basically. I seem to recall that Age of Empires 3 was coming out, and I was very, very excited about that because I was a big Age of Empires 2 fan, as we all were back in the day, and I think I just asked for it for Christmas, and the guy in the shop apparently told my mum, this is much better, get this instead. So I ended up with both games, and Rome Total War absolutely won out. So there we are. Let's just see what they're doing. There's apparently some flanking manoeuvres going on, which is interesting considering not a lot is currently happening. You know what, we'll just walk slowly towards the enemy, and that will be absolutely fine. They're pretty much just going to get themselves killed as far as I can tell. So we're going to go and do that. Get some javelins into them as well. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And we'll just get the screechy women to do a bit of screeching. That should, if nothing else. Yeah, these guys are going to keep walking through because I told them to do something, to go and do that. So we'll worry about that later. Let's get the cavalry out to a flank. Oh, well, they're already running away. Enemy warlord. Might be a bit extreme to call him that. Yeah, they're all melting. It's all over already. That was obviously about as anticlimactic as you could imagine. They're not all broken yet, obviously, because there's still that guy over here and there's still this one over hither. But this is Rome Total War, and hopefully they're not going to regroup too quickly. Okay, those guys did actually bother to turn and fight the cav, which is a shame. So we'll just have to send the cav out to that flank, and that will be all sorted. These guys could all come out in this direction and deal with this. And some skirmisher warband are indeed running off, which is a bit annoying because now they've regrouped, because my cavalry got themselves caught out. Boo! Okay, so we'll just have to do a few cycles of this attack, I suspect. They're now getting very obsessed with these cavalry, which is a bit irritating, but these javelins can just get themselves back behind the line, which doesn't exist anymore. Lovely stuff. Okay, what are they? They're just some warband charging us down. And we should probably just swing these guys back around. Okay, this is all a little bit strange. Can these guys maybe do what they're supposed to, which is get away? Run away! Oh, the lines are all ruined. They've managed to defeat the phalanx with stupidity. Okay, well, the first battle of any day always goes a bit wonky, doesn't it? So we'll just enjoy all of this. You guys have got yourselves pincered, that's fine. The cavalry will probably just come and save you. Why not? That'll be absolutely grand. So smash, 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 smash. And we got the brakes on both of them. Perfect. Okay, so it turns out that their fake retreat, Battle of Hastings, happened again here on the British landing, or on the landing in Britain. So there we are. Generals are going to pile on in, just to hold them in position for a second. I didn't actually blow the Horn of Destiny there, which is probably a little bit dangerous. But, you know, on this occasion, I think we'll be fine. So these guys are being chased off. They're now running into spikes. That's the general unit. That's why they're fighting for a few seconds longer. Let's get into the battle. And, oh yeah, there is victory. And there is glory. So yes, their slight running away tactic did do something for them. But not a lot, really. They just caught out a couple skirmishes, and that's about it, to be honest. I'm not sure we even need the skirmishes. But they're here, so we're going to bring them along for the fun. Okay, interesting they're seeing them actually run out to the flanks with their units. That's a sensible move by the AI. Kind of surprised that they bothered, to be honest. The Paulers here, if you recall from last time, are a bit bloodlusty by the looks of it, but I don't think they're going to get much of an opportunity. Be interesting to see the AI bother to try and get around the flanks like that. Maybe we'll just leave the skirmishers there to throw javelins in at those guys if they want to do it in the future. I was taking this a little bit lightly, seeing as I anticipated it being a bit of a walkover. Shameful display. Indeed, it was shameful for them in spite of the fact that we were, you know, a little bit ragged for half a second there. 128, that's more than we should have lost, but you know what? Job done. I can't complain. One guy did get poked from two sides, didn't he? So I'll have a sip of victory. It seems like they sent their other army there over the water. Spanish trade rights. Cheer for the trade rights. Lovely. I love the music just carries on at this point. Map information for map information. I don't know that we want anything else from them, but we'll happily see. Yeah, they haven't conquered anything. Yay! Victory and glory. Now, okay, this guy, let's bear in mind that he's there, and let's bear in mind that this guy's here. But in general, okay, we're not in the worst position in the world. So trio, we said it was close, yeah. So 1939, that's ominous considering the Battle of Britain. Almost the right year. So we'll head on into Londinium. And, oh, apparently we won't. Apparently we're going to take them on outside the city instead. Okay, we'll get on with that in a moment. Let's just do our end of turn stuff for a moment. Allies Gaul and Carthage, so we now hate Carthage. Julii and Carthage are at war. Now, okay, in the long term, we do want to take on Rome, of course, albeit it's not really part of this live stream campaign necessarily. Realistically, if we were doing the long campaign, of course, we'd do this early strat. We'd take over the Gallic territory and smash Rome before Marian reforms. Although, I do think the German army is more than capable of taking this over post-Marian reform. It's probably one of the best set up to do just that. Fortunately, our population here is going to struggle to grow much if I'm going to be training troops. I probably won't train any more, but I can't afford to have any less than that. Okay, we need to sort out where the generals are, so let's just remind ourselves. Okay. Oh yes, Tontiacum, excellently named. Thank you for that. I think it was Harushu in the chat. Lovely. Trier can just wait another turn to grow. That will be fine. Damn. Can step out as well. And Vickers Gothy we do want to grow. And Lovasice will maybe grow when we take Alesia, but for now we need to take these guys out. So it should just be Vickers Gothy with a general in. Yes, a founding member over this. Silver chevron already. Very nice indeed. Trier is not. Summer Breather is. Okay, they're the two settlements I would like. So, can I test some mods? I assume you're sort of saying about me sort of like plain reviewing to some extent, testing out mods. I actually have very, very little experience with mods simply because I generally muck around myself. It is something in theory I'd like to do, but I really haven't actually done anything of that ilk at this point in time. I don't really want the spy to die, but we're going to actually... You know what? We're likely just walk in anyway, so let's not worry about this too much. Two generals. Okay, they're chariots. They're going to throw themselves to their death. Let's not worry about that too much. A couple of rebels lying around. Okay, not a lot left in Britannia by the looks of it. Mod stuff. Yeah, I'd always like the idea of doing some mods on the channel, but I think just it's down to me making sure I don't have a project in mind, because often I'm doing a lot of modding myself, so I need to have an idea of what the files are currently looking like. So at the moment my Medieval 2 is stuck in gunpowder only mode. I just need to reset the files, but I might do something else with it before we get there. Oh yes, I was finishing off Thrace in between last time and this time, and I have so many files it's pretty easy to press down 100 times. 2.1 episode 2 save number 1. Excellent. So yes, at the moment we've got a bit of money to spend, but not an awful lot, so let's smash these guys and see what we want to do. But yeah, I wouldn't say no to any mod things. If you've got an idea of how you might like me to cover mod stuff, that would be very interesting indeed. I know people have been telling me to play Empire 2 mod. I want to play the base game originally, but I do hear very good things about it. So yeah, basically we have head hurlers. Oh, beautiful, beautiful head hurlers. And we have ourselves two general chariots in, coming in from as reserves. They're such fun units. They're the only ones we're going to see, because we're going to kill off the unit. In one way or another, decapitated heads are the key to victory in war. Let's head in. Okay. Thank you, Jane Silver. Thank you for your lovely comments, as ever. God bless everyone in this great community you've built, sir. I appreciate it. It's a lovely community. I was on God bless my soul, I was on Instagram about an hour ago, and just the miserable comments on a perfectly wholesome post, just... Made me think how thankful I feel for like this community on the channel being like so positive and friendly and just always full of nice messages. So yes, thank you very much for that. The headhunters, we don't want them to get into battle with us, but I do want to make sure these reinforcements actually arrive first so that they don't immediately just flee. So we'll just speed this up for a moment. Bear in mind they're somewhere in the distance over here. Yeah, they are going to take a while actually to enter simply because of the type of units they are, but I will likely just send my general to go and slam into these guys. I might just get these guys in just to make sure we mop them up. But to be honest, all the battle's really going to involve is this charge. So let's slam into these lads. We're going to blow the Horn of Destiny, of course, because I think that's going to be sensible. Blow the Horn of Destiny. Oh no, because of them running away, I just ruined the Horn of Destiny. Oh no. Okay, let's... Oh, they turned around. Clever, clever fools. Okay, they totally did me there. Nice work, lads. Okay, these guys are going to charge on him. And we'll just get him to turn around. These guys are going to get completely mauled because these headhunters are much, much stronger in the melee than them. Okay, we're lined up. We don't really need to line up because this isn't Medieval 2, Thomas, but we'll do it anyway. So once again, they're going to run away from it. Very sensible. The AI is being quite clever today. This is strange. What bizarre things. Although the Horn of Destiny is now gone. Let me just send these cavalry back behind the line, because actually I can see this general eyeing up all of my stuff, and I think we should probably just make sure we've turned a little bit in that direction. Okay, you guys go and do that. That'll be absolutely fine. We are catching him up. Blow the Horn of Destiny and see if you can just pull it into them. Watch the general carefully because he's out there by his lonesome. Okay, and no, won't have it. Don't die, sir. He just got into battle as they fled. That's excellent news. So they're now routing. And, the general still wants to flee. I thought he might do that, but we got him into the battle enough where that might not have happened. It's a shame. We're going to have to go and crack down the city anyway, which probably needs to get my generals back into the city. Boo. Boo, I say. Run off back to London. Right. Lovely stuff. If you're quick, seems like the Briton will probably just sit there and go rebel once you take the 3 last British Isles settlements. Yeah, I think this is my plan. They don't look like they're rushing into me. They've hired up all of the mercs. They are desperate. If I had more money, I'd hire the mercs just to release them, actually, for population, which is an excellent plan. But I don't really have that pop right now. Oh, sorry, the... oh, look, there are more headhunters. But yes, we probably won't see them because we're going to kill instead. So we need 3 rams just to go and crack that down. Because it's more than one general, we'll probably have to go and fight that ourselves, but it is what it is. That's fine by me. I'll have to put all these guys back in and put them back out next turn, so hopefully I remember to do that. Other than that, though, where do we want to spend our money? Well, we need to make sure that we've got what we can to defend. We've got enough visibility here that I'm not too concerned. Trier needs money to grow next turn, so to be honest, I'm kind of... What's my money going to look like? I'm going to have a bit more when I smash them. Yeah, you know what, we can't get any more construction right now because it's completely built up. That's interesting. Trader, no, you know what, I'm going to save the money. We're going to simply end our turn, but on that note we should probably just grab our diplomats, just see if anyone arrives. Who was that, by the way? That might have been a Scythian. Oh well, it's fine. Macedonia is more important at this stage of the game. Have I ever played the Warhammer games? No, not really. Didn't really appeal to me. Just, with the general, I'm more of a historical player anyway. And to be honest, the AI always knows when they're in trouble. They offer the ceasefire. No. Okay, they might well send the army back over at this rate, actually. They've already sent these guys too. No, I've never really played the Warhammer ones. I watched a little bit of them. I'm a big fan of Many a True Nerd. I've tried watching him play, and even then I was like, I'm just a bit lost with all the lore. I don't know the lore, so it's a bit much for me. And in general, I've said this in the Empire campaign a little bit, that Empire was quite a big change from Medieval 2, and it almost threw me off because there were so many changes. I do actually really love Empire, but and Shogun 2 is excellent as well, albeit again I haven't played much of it, but I do enjoy watching other people play. Rome 2 was such a killer for me. It was so bad on release, and just the general engine is not as good, so it's not so much an anti-Warhammer thing so much as that I just basically after Rome 2 I just basically didn't buy any of the games anymore. I bought Three Kingdoms, which I did enjoy, to be fair. I quite liked Three Kingdoms. I think it kind of made sense to be character driven for that kind of a story. But there's a lot of campaign things a lot of campaign choices I don't like in the more modern Total War games. And Warhammer really just passed me by because it was during that era of post Rome 2 when I was kind of just done. So yeah, Three Kingdoms is the only game I played since Rome 2, and Rome 2 I really only played the tiniest amount of because it just put me off entirely. But there we are. Time to head into Britain then. I think we've got everything set up the way we need to. Let's have a little look over this way, head over towards Deva. A few more units here, but honestly not a huge amount. They're spending all the time building road warriors, which is interesting. Probably not worth it. So we're going to head on in. Balivendos. And he obviously has himself lots of excellent traits, but they're not going to be that useful because he is a chariot. So we will swing on in. Okay, can you play the Britannia campaign in Medieval 2? Yes, I played Britannia on Rome because we played King Arthur roleplay. That was good fun. We had cataphracts modded in so that we had the Knights of the Round Table. That was good fun. I enjoyed that campaign. We changed all the names as well. That was awfully silly. But no, essentially I've not played Britons as or England on Medieval 2. They're an interesting one. I do quite like their army in the sense they have some fun units like the Billman, even though that kind of weapon doesn't work that well on the game, but you know, it's fine. We might do one day. I mean, if I start doing like guides for like Medieval 2 as well, then yes, totally we'll be doing this similar kind of thing to this for Medieval 2. But to be honest, I feel like we're more likely in general to be doing campaigns that are a bit more modded or unusual, or you know, kind of a bit wacky in their own way, because that's generally what I do here. But it is really nice playing a fairly standard, straightforward campaign like this one here. So I have been enjoying that. We'll probably just have to get our people straight on in. It says someone's here. Oh, he's here. I can't see. Unfortunately, there's a tower there, so I can't send my javelin in. But I will have nothing else. They're my screeching women. We don't really need to worry about them. We'll just get our javelins over here. They might be able to do a little bit of throwing. That would be excellent. So yes, winning the whole campaign with 2 berserker units, it was very epic. I can imagine winning the entire campaign with 2 berserkers, to be honest. There's a chance, by the way, that they could just run out. So there's actually, this tower is actually shooting. I kind of didn't realise it was actually going to be in range. I could have just rammed the wall, but hey ho, it got about 2 arrows off, I think, so let's not worry about that. They actually run towards our skirmishes, which is kind of amusing. So these guys hopefully can throw in. That is lovely. We'll speed it up just a little bit at this stage. Make sure they're not coming out, because that could be kind of bad. But it is something I've really noticed with Medieval 2, particularly compared to Rome, is that they really don't come out of their towns very much in Rome, if ever. Medieval 2, they really do. If they fancy their chances to come out and pick off a unit, they will absolutely do it. There we are. That's the ram taking out the gates. Now, the main thing we just need to do is actually get someone to walk into this city. So I might just get a few of my spears just lined up in column. Could actually, I think we tried this last time and we didn't actually need to do it, but there we are. But yes, England on Medieval 2. Certainly if I start doing guides like this, I would definitely then do a bit of an England campaign. But yes, as for Britons in general, oh, are they going to poke out? They're so close to... They are getting javelin, to be fair. Are they? Oh, we did just connect technically. They might pull them in. Javelins are doing lovely work here. This is a little bit silly. But the javelins can gain some experience. That'd be nice. They're still not gaining anything in spite of their attempts. Okay, if they're going to start yeah, we're just going to walk forward and hopefully it will be fine. I mean, the other guys haven't yet arrived, but are they going to react to this? They do have they do have the slight issue that that unit of them being shot by the walls. Okay, you get yourselves into position nice and quick, and we'll put the phalanx on. I can see there's comments in the chat there, so I'll get to them in a moment when we're done with setting this up. Okay, let's just get us. What are you doing? They're doing stupid things at the wrong time. It's lucky that these guys are fools, because yes, at the moment we're getting away with it. Okay, hopefully these guys are going to work this out. And if I can get one more in there, I think I did send one more in this direction. Maybe it's the same guy. Might have been the same guy. And these guys just run over here. That would be excellent. One day they're going to have their phalanxes sorted out. Phalanxes can be dumb pernickety, can't they? I was trying to write pernickety the other day. I've never really written the word down, and it was coming up with persnickety. Does it have an S in it, that word? Is that like an Americanism where they put pernickety into persnickety? I don't know. It certainly confused me quite a lot. Right, I meant these guys to walk slowly forward towards the enemy. Oh, put your pikes down. Wow, the AI knew that my guys are about to be numpties there. Backspace. Okay, fine. Well, you have to use these javelins, I think, to actually pull them into stupid things, because at the moment AI is having a hard time being sensible at getting people in. Female-only unit campaign. That is an excellent idea, to be fair. And we do have an anniversary coming up. Actually, end of the month, 31st is anniversary for the channel. It'll be 5 years on the channel, actually. And I do have, on my days, it's the most stupid. I don't do comedy, inverted commas, things very often. But yeah, the video on the 31st is going to be special. I'm very, very intrigued by people's responses to it. It's going to be something unreal. Anyway, we'll get to that when it comes out, because I'm looking forward to that video. Female only does sound fun. I mean, I guess there's only really Scivio who we can do on this one. I mean, we could do Roxolani, actually, because they have infantry. They're the foot archer women, as well as some of the actual others. So we could, in theory, do it as the Roxolani. So that could be a fun thing. And the Roxolani, I don't know that anyone's even done a Roxolani campaign on YouTube. I don't remember seeing any anyway, so I'm sure someone will have. But yeah, as one of the factions you can't originally play as, sometimes they don't get all of the love. I know this looks like I'm being a bit careful right now for the general here. Oh, we're being shot by the towers. Yeah, only because these guys are being a bit awkward actually getting set up. So we'll leave these 44 behind, but the rest of them, if they want to just make sure they're all in phalanx and then wander up here, that would be most excellent. Mostly excellent. Lovely. So yeah, something like that will be perfect. We'll get these guys in behind, because they might need to do a little bit of work just to get everything sorted out. Right, get the general in as well, just to make sure no one's complete moron. But we'll slowly tease all of that. AI appears to be acting stupid. New to Total War. Yeah, well, you know, they're actually half clever in the last battle, but there we are. My guys are being stupid. They've actually picked some half decent ideas to do in this. Okay, let's get these guys a bit wider. I'm going to go into my West Country-sider accent now. And we'll use these guys as a second row. Why not? It's fine. And we'll just walk. Actually, to be honest, I'm just going to get people walking slowly towards them. Now, the AI does tend to magically know that you're walking towards them. And they do sometimes act different. What are we doing? If they charge right now, we're in big trouble. You know what, guys? Just get in position over here. Hopefully, this is all fine. Get the skirmishes over here. Get the screeching women. Nonsense. Right, they're at least half forming up some kind of position now, which is a little bit better. As I say, Roxolani Long Campaign, one of the rarest in Rome Remastered achievements. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I haven't actually looked at the Rome Remastered achievements. That's a good point, because obviously original Rome is pre-achievement days, so you don't actually really get to see what people like get up to. But yeah, that does make sense. I can see that being like one of the rarest ones going. Are these skirmishes in range? They are indeed. Hopefully now we're just going to at least pull them in. Screeching women. Paula! Get screeching! Paula. Yay! Paula's going mad. Everyone, give it up to Paula. Are they actually going to get pulled in by like the 4 javelins which are coming in or not? This is tediously slow for what should just be a load of chariots walking into spikes, which now we've done. There we are. I'm glad everyone got to enjoy that camera very well. Enjoy your satisfying video here. Very satisfying deaths. There we go. I think there's something on the Discord about recently, some posting chariots running into spikes. It's always most lovely to see. Yay! I think we're out of javelins now, but hopefully as long as we've got 1 or 2 popes, they'll keep on coming on in. Gym efficiency might, yeah, exactly, sir, exactly. This is so inefficient, it's ridiculous. But at this point, we'll have to do the thing that you have to do sometimes with phalanxes, which is rather than actually tell them to attack, just tell them to walk slowly in that direction, and then they'll keep their pikes out, and hopefully you'll just poke them, and that will do the job. Which is I'm hoping what will do it here. So there we are. Why don't manually position it so there are no gaps? I would if it were a more serious battle, but I'm not too concerned with all of the chariots. So yes, totally on another day, if I've got like a full proper battle going on and I'm setting it up, I would definitely do that. I do agree, because that's the best way of losing your phalanxes. And we will see 1 or 2 men die as they hit the side here, although we are just catching them with the next unit. So there we are. These guys, yeah, you see, now I've told them to actually attack rather than just move. They're being fools. Backspace, please. Get your pikes down. Oh, thank God he walked to his death. The world's most tedious battle is done. Victory and glory. There was definitely another general over on the continent, to be fair. So the faction is not dead, but mostly done now. Right, I'm going to head back to the comments section now, as I have missed a little bit of that. Beautiful. I remember winning. Oh yes, the berserkers. Oh yeah, of course we will get to berserkers one day. That will be magnificent. New to channel. Unsure if you asked this question before, but what's your favourite Medieval 2 Kingdoms campaign / setting? On Medieval 2 Kingdoms is amazing. I personally like the Teutonics best. Probably because it's got a fair lick of like gunpowder, and I kind of enjoy a lot of the sort of I don't know, some of the variation of units there, particularly like the Teutonics are fun, but the Lithuanians are all sorts of madness as well. I'd say the Teutonics is my favourite campaign. I will say the Americas, when we did the Rebel only, so the Rebels campaign for the Kingdoms, America's Kingdoms, was great fun. Because it was such a challenge, really, just to... I'm just going to merge up a little bit, if we can get away with that. Yes, we can. So yeah, that was just a great campaign to do, because it was just so challenging to try and work out how to use all of those, well, non-cavalry units, basically. It was very interesting indeed. We have ourselves a few more units there. Do I want any more? No, I think we're fine. Dev has got a couple units. Actually, Londinium can probably trade... Ooh, Axemen, very nice. We don't strictly need Axemen right now, to be fair, but let's just make sure we're safe, because actually there is this army that could easily just land here. So I'll actually get another one of them first before the Axemen for that reason. Yeah, I would definitely say Teutonics. I love that part of the world, which is why partly why I picked Sweden for that on Empire, but I find that particularly fascinating. I do have a Khmer Union campaign for that particular DLC. I think the only one I haven't played on the channel is Crusaders, which weirdly enough is would probably be the most popular, because it certainly seems in the Medieval 2 chat in terms of there's a Facebook group for Medieval 2 which is pretty good in general. To enjoy it, lots of interesting things come up there, people sharing their campaigns, lots of interesting historical chat. But it looks like Crusades are very popular on there, so I probably should play the Crusades at some point. It is planned at some stage in the near future, but we'll see how long we go with Empire. I may just do the short campaign. I might continue with it a little bit longer, but would it be due Medieval Kingdoms, or will be due Barbarian Invasion afterwards? So watch this space. I'm going to have a little sip of victory. Right, but yes, that was Cacti. So thank you for that question, Cacti. Alright, so let's see where we're at. Now, we currently spent all our money, But of course we were trying to get Vickers Goffey to grow because it's going to be important economically. Although to be fair, it still has two economic buildings that haven't built yet. But I'm hoping with Britannia under our control soon, our money is going to be in a hugely better place. So yeah, we kind of largely know what units are around up in the north. So let's just make sure we can see what's going on here near Londinium in the meantime. No need to do any fixing up. Everything is grand. And okay, I think we'll just have to leave things for now. Summer Breather is safe enough from these guys should they want to attack. It's a bunch of random rebels. And yes, there's a couple more generals who need to... Ooh, some rebels we need to mop up. Interesting. I don't know that I have the spare units to finish them right now. But in a turn or two, we'll build another troop and we'll send them off. Especially as over here, did we build the level 2? Yes, he built the level 2 to Woden here, so +2 experience. So yes, Tom Tiakin will be building some great war units for the future. We'll turn the tax rate to very high at this point there because we don't need it to grow too much right now. It's fine, it will do what it does. Over there, can't afford anything but low tax rate there, low tax rate normal over here. To be honest then, yeah, likewise. We'll turn it up. 1.5 is good enough for the short term, and we'll worry about growing it in the future. That we can turn down the tax rate here, and it is already low over there. And Vickers Goffey can now be whacked up quite a bit more. Lovely stuff. Okay, I think we're just about done for this turn, so we'll save ourselves up, and we shall get going. Okay, so Tiny Hiney 09, very understandable. Me personally, I like the Warhammer games because I also like the tabletop things, but Rome 2 also threw me off. I was just disappointed as I haven't been in a long time from a game, or been in a long time from a game. Yeah, I mean, if you love Warhammer, if you play tabletop Warhammer, I can see how like Total Warhammer would be the most amazing thing. Whether or not you were into... interesting. Yeah, whether or not you were into Rome or into Total War before or not, I can see how that would just be the most amazing game to come out. So yeah, totally with you on that. Fair enough. But I guess when you've already played other Total Wars or you've already been burnt, then sometimes you just don't give those things a try. Okay, this should be simple enough. We've got 4 units there. Unfortunately, the town isn't involved, so we just have to do this in 2 separate battles. And I did see that they're standing next to Summer Breather, which we should be able to knock over Devon in about 3 turns' time, so they could attack it before then. To see how it all goes. So we've got a few slightly just tedious spear battles to do at the start here. I'm going to get these guys a little bit thinner. Kind of used to doing 3 thin from Empire with my fire by rank because I'm a few episodes ahead. 2 or 3 thick, although we should probably make sure we're a little bit more sensible than that on this particular occasion. Yeah, something like that will do absolutely fine. Okie pokey. General can get back here. This should be easy enough. We'll let them come to us, and if they want to try and flank us, then yeah, I might be a little bit more aware of it on this particular occasion. So as they slowly walk towards us, the enemy, we'll continue with the chat. So Yaku Badidi, I wish you luck on your campaign, bro. A Moroccan guy. Thank you, a Moroccan guy. Much appreciated. And nothing too much in terms of their attack here. So, David Labriel, you shall play with Wales or Norway in the Britannia campaign because England is too easy and historical. Yeah, they do a good job of making England a little bit awkward at the start, but yeah, Wales I've always found is the most interesting campaign I think to play in Britannia. Although Norway's kind of fun. I find Ireland a bit too easy as well because Ireland you can just take over Ireland. It's a great economic base, and then you're kind of exactly where you want to be. You can just conquer at your own leisure the rest of the map. So what are they doing? They're really taking their time to organise. They want to flank. So it's not that the AI have learnt per se, but they do seem to realise that charging into our spears is a terrible idea. But I do just have an extra guy out on this flank anyway, so I'll just get him over there. I can't quite see what position he's in. There we go. Okay, so are these guys going to do it? No, they're not. Still trying to get out to the flank. Interesting. I'm going to attempt to turn over there. I tell these guys to walk forward. Actually, I'm going to tell them to walk over there, them to walk over here. They are making this very very silly, aren't they? Oh dear, the AI is actually making some fairly sensible choices here. Okay, get these guys back into position here. You guys just throw your javelins. Yeah, throw your javelins. That'll be fine. See if you can just pull them in as we're getting ourselves back into a line here. I'll get back to the chat in a minute. They're being awkward here for what should be a simple battle. Just die like sensible Britons, would you? Absolute annoying fools. Okay. We might just have to send a general charge in a minute for this, because they are testing my patience with this nonsense. Okay. Oh. Backspace. Backspace. Backspace normally just gets them to put their thing in position. Get your pikes down, please. Okay. At the very least, we've got contact. You guys get over here. Skirmishers are out of javelins, so they can just be support. These guys are really only strong enough to mop up at this stage, so we'll just get the general around the back. Okie pokey. Actually, pretty quicker this way, general. That's probably the much better idea. These guys ever get their pikes down? Mostly down. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Okay. And there's victory. So annoying. They made that so awkward and then just ran into us in the end. Okay. We're going to slay them all now. We'll send Paula on her errand. She can catch up with them because she'll at least be quicker than these phalanx lads, so that'll be fine. Javelins are doing a bit of work as well. Yeah, each of you pick a target and run them down. There was some comment about Paula / Karen. By the way, I'm not referring to them as Karens because they're on our side, damn it. But yeah, if you weren't here last time, Paula's the name of a brother's ex-girlfriend who was a German huntress. So I nicknamed her Paula, not because she was particularly angry or screamy, but because she brought silent death. Well, these girls are kind of the opposite, and they bring very, very loud and not actually normally a lot of death. But hey-ho, it is what it is. Mopping up is happening, just a little bit slowly. You're over there. Paul is back here. Paul is about to catch up with these guys, and the general is the one over here in the middle of nowhere. Okay, it looks like everyone's being chased down, mostly, so we'll speed it up just a little bit. There you go. Oh, the axe lady. Paula did it. Good job, Paula. And somewhere in the distance here, we'll find the last of them. Can't see them. They're all dead. Excellent work. So even an axe in the back from Paula there, which is what would have happened to my brother had he been the one to break up with her. So that's the story behind Paula. Okay. I bet she could solo the chariot generals easily. She maybe could. Yes, the female only unit campaign. I do remember reading that comment. Ares 106. And I'm intrigued by it now. They've sent units to go deal with the rebels. I think the rebels are the least of your problems right now, sir. Okay. We were going to go and get some diplomacy with Macedonia. So their allies are the Brutii, Scythia, and Thrace. Now, Thrace are allies with my enemies as my ally, which is excellent. So Macedonia seemed like a sensible plan to me, especially if they're friends with Rome right now. Actually, before we suggest alliance, we clearly haven't spoken already at all, so we'll just get some map information. We'll get the trade, which we just did as well. And I will offer an alliance. I will ask for some money because I'm stingy. So 900, and it would not to be to our benefit at the moment. Well, I guess we've only just met. That might be a little bit pushy. Fair enough, my good sir. I respect your opinion, I suppose. There are a bit of a diplomat party here. Usually it's up here in the swamps towards Hyperborea, but not on this occasion. Intriguing. Okay, I'm finally kind of like getting to some of the comments from ages ago now. Yeah, so we're talking about manually reposition. The Roxolani we talked about. German efficiency. Oh, that was ages ago. God damn it. I'm too a fan of Teutonics as long as it's with two gins. Oh, gins are always good. Can you play Numidia campaign? Not a hard time with theirs. Yes, Numidia was on the vote with Germania when we chose the next faction. So it will likely come on the next one because Numidia, well, there's only one Carthaginian faction left. So I do try and, when we do the votes for the next of these campaigns, we do try to mix it up between different cultures. So having done Carthage already, Numidia are the other Carthaginian faction, so they'll probably be in the vote, and they did seem like they were popular. People really like the Crusades. I've seen people like the Americas DLC the least. Yeah, I do think Americas is the least liked DLC. I'd probably agree with that in terms of kingdoms. But I will say it was fascinating playing the Rebels on it. It's a hell of a campaign, one that I never thought could be possible, but we managed to do something with it, I'll say that much, but I'll let you go and watch it if you have not seen it already. My problem with medieval kingdoms is that knights are made of paper and will often fold to some peasant spears. Yeah, I mean, they maybe should have a little bit more armour than they do. I certainly like the way they fix the charge mechanism on it anyway. Right, let's have a look at this guy. Gatekeeper. Firm personal morality. Okay, that's all right. Although +1 to unrest, +1 to law. Slight benefit, but not much. One poor trader and war chief. Okay, so defending walls. We can put that to our advantage. We are... Well, to be honest, we're going to need you over here to take care of these rebels. So... potentially we need to charge out and deal with them in a moment. Oh, we actually are under siege from them. I wasn't sure that was the case, but we are under siege. And there's also another army here. They are really, really pushing to get things sorted out. But they will do this here, so we can clear all of these guys out immediately. We can hopefully take this turn and then move over to David and just race them to their death, which is probably the ideal circumstances for us. So anything that's going to run away, the general will likely run away. Let's let him join his reinforcements before we do anything about it. We can't really catch him with cav, but we can do our best. Let's swing on in. I will save just in case any nonsense occurs. Yeah, Numidia would be an interesting one. As you say, they do have some... Numidian cav is pretty nice. I mean, the thing with Numidia is you are near enough Rome where you can knock them out early. They're not great army at all. Just infantry are okay. Their legionnaires are basically Principes. They are the same unit as Principes officially in terms of their stats. So, not brilliant, but they will do. But again, they take 2 turns. They're a bit far in the tech tree. You're not really going to see them if you're going for that quick attack on Rome. So, the feeble enemy. Ha! Okay. So that's the chariot over there by the looks of him. Indeed it is. And they are all the way back there, which seems odd when they were the one who, you know, were quite happy to battle. This wasn't a retreat battle. It was just an immediate acceptance of the battle. So we'll get ourselves into position. See if the general wants to be a numpty and run into spikes, but we'll let them try and pull themselves together first, see what they want to do. Yeah, we'll just move in this general direction, but I don't really want to tease or tempt them too much. Let's hide in those trees for now. Okay, that's fine. Let's move ourselves along. Yes, I can still remember the pang of disappointment from Rome 2. That pre-rendered video they made showcasing the game was criminal. And especially as Rome Total War really sold itself originally on the fact that they used the actual game footage and the game engine to, you know, in historical shows and all sorts of things really to, you know, show historical battles for historical, you know, teaching, educational things. So yeah, kind of that fake rendering is always a bit of a bad look, I think. Even if it says not real game footage. But yeah, Rome 2, that was a very bitter pill to swallow. And in spite of what people say about it being so much better now, it might be, but I just think by... the engine in itself has issues that I am not able to reconcile with. I just think, ooh, there we go, he's coming on in, and there's a bit of an angle here actually, so he's going to catch, potentially. Oh, he's just charging into that guy right on the end. Okay, throw your javelins in. Careful, skirmishers. Throw your there we are, he's routing. Send this guy after him because we want to kill him if at all possible. Get the javelins, javelin. Throw them now, sirs! They failed, and unfortunately it means he's going to get away, and we're going to have to do this in the city. You guys charge him down at full pace. Unfortunately, chariots are just as quick as light cav on this, which is kind of ridiculous, but it's just the way it goes. So yeah, we get a lot of these annoying, tedious battles here where we can't quite achieve what we're trying to, which is very, very, very annoying. Blow the horn of destiny, and that slam in the back should... failed to slam them in the back. That is really disappointing. Can happen when they're running. Do normally break in this circumstance, mind you. but they're not on this occasion, which is rather annoying. You go get the road warriors. General, just pull out of there. You've held them up, which is fine because we can now swing out. Oh, one guy died there. I hoped it wasn't the general, and it doesn't seem to be, but it's all absolutely fine. We'll just wait for the Horn of Destiny to come back. I think he's going to escape because he looks like he's near the edge. He is indeed near the edge of the battlefield. So yeah, about 30 seconds I think for the Horn of Destiny. The charge unfortunately is indeed too late. And there we go. Okay, we're going to tell him to be in this position. And we're going to blow the Horn of Destiny and time to swing on in. It's not the rear, but it will have to do because there's no one else left. There we are. Well, we mopped up one unit and chunked down the general, but unfortunately that's not going to be enough. Bit of a shame. But it is what it is. One unit. Nothing more than that. Okay. So, I did wonder if that's why you called them Paulers. That is indeed why they're called Paulers. I'm shame you missed that last time, Timothy. The enemy AI is actually quite intelligent, and that is waiting for your troops to do something derpy before they attack. Yeah, exactly. They seem to know that running into my pointy sticks isn't a sensible plan. We're going to get one ram here. Yeah, he has at least lost his men, but okay, that's a bit annoying. Are these guys? They haven't got any siege equipment. I don't mind if they build any siege equipment, I will sally forth. If they don't, I'd rather just hold back and see if I can kill their faction first. Possibly what I should have done was actually split my forces here. That might have been stupid with this guy around, mind you, but yeah. Okay, we actually can get further. I'm going to send the 2 experienced guys up in this direction. We've got an axeman over here in Londinium. And the spy, to be honest, get yourself back across the water. You get into the safety of the port. And we can get a slightly better look at this force. Oh yeah, we've already seen them. It's a little bit battered actually. Little bit battered already. My bad, teacher, for missing the stream. There we are, it's fine. The streams are available. Actually, this should be set up as a playlist now. So this and the previous episode should be coming up together. I think I've had a little rejig of the playlist on the channel main page, by the way. So you might find some playlists that you might not have come across before might be a bit more visible now. I don't know if that's the case or not, but you might find that's the case. So we'll see. As for Vickers Gothy, not quite done building that yet. Build to Freya, because that's at least some public order bonus and a little bit of growth bonus. We'll get the farming. Do we want farming in Bedford-Durham? Do we want farming? We do. Farming's money and its growth, always a sensible choice, really. And in Dam, do we have 2? Yeah, we have 2 generals and 2 infantry, so we got plenty to go and deal with this. I wonder if the auto resolve will do it. I hope so. Ah, for Pete's sake. Okay, and someone just died. Wow. Days, that teaches me. Okay, well, there we are. The new lad died because apparently he can't take out a few rebels. It's fine. So this is the thing. You've got the phalanxes will win every battle, but you go and do it auto resolve and they just lose. It's a bunch of peasants and warband and naked fanatics. There is a rebel general. I was aware of that, but even so, fine. We'll take them out next turn. Unfortunately, that's going to be now more expensive to sort out than it was supposed to be. But I did want to save a little bit of time. Oh well. Yeah, Levarvum over here, by the way. I am tempted by Levarvum. I'm going to leave it for now, but I'm going to keep an eye on what's going on with the Julii and the Gauls, because it looks like for now the Gauls haven't been conquered by them. Okay, I really like Numidian camels, super surfing. The bonus versus cavalry makes them great fighting general bodyguard. I love camel units. Absolutely adore camels. I will always use them. And I think in my in that mercenary tier list video, I think I pointed out on that how on both times there were camel units that came up, I just said stick them behind your front line and charge them into the cav when the cav inevitably charges the middle of your line. Because to be honest, the camels are just very good at just winning over in a cavalry battle, just the extra bit of morale. So waiting for where the generals go, just stalk the general with the camels really, and then throw them in once they're engaged. And it's a great way of just mopping them up. That's how I feel about it anyway. So lovely stuff. So they're useful against Cav, very effective. Not on the first date. Game over opinions. Am I missing a context there? Very useful. Camels not on the first date. I don't know what you mean, but I'm probably missing a silly joke because I'm trying to think about too many things. Okay, we seem to have spent all of our money again, which is a little bit upsetting. But okay, yeah, we're going to send him back up towards the Scythians. That's fine by me. Dacia are potentially going to get a quincum. Yeah, if Dacia are swinging towards Levarvan, then I would definitely go and take it. I don't want them getting that far. But I don't want to get too close to Rome either. That's the other thing. I want to try and avoid war with them because we need to swing up to Dacia and then to Scythia in order to win our campaign proper. So that's something I just want to bear it in mind. Okay, where are we at? End our turn. Nothing too much going on. We immediately got a new guy because the old guy immediately got himself killed. We'll accept. I need to have a look at the family tree actually and just check what's going on. So this guy, this utter fool, died in battle. He's actually the faction leader's son. Fine. What an utter fool. Vanius, I think he was the guy who was a good defender. And he didn't defend very far outside of the gates, apparently. So there we are. So yeah, Vanius is bloody devout, mighty extravagant. We're not getting good traits already. We've already got awful traits. None of these guys have inherited sharp off their father either, which is terrible news. Johanna is 10. Yeah, faction leader's already dead, obviously. Harry Ulfus over here. You're intelligent, so what about your sons? No, not at all. Currently as a factionaire, we need to bear in mind who our factionaire is going to be. You did not get intelligent either. So yeah, basically no one's inheriting any of the good traits. Very lively we're getting. Cantankerous. Interesting. Don't see that. I haven't seen that one very much in a long time. Good ambusher. Yes, we need to get using ambushes in future. That could be fun. Probably loyal, being the worst. No one has got intelligence. Like, we explicitly had some sharp traits. We kind of got a bit of the lively, but not much of the others. Fine. Okay, at the very least, there is like an extra generation coming out here. So one day we might actually have some people. Marriage celebrations. Okay, so this is the guy that we just got married into the family in the same spot, which is good, I guess. Shall we give them redemption? Shall we? You know what? No, the auto resolve. You're going to do it with the auto resolve this time. There we go. This guy didn't die. See, it's meant to be. Excellent stuff. And you do tend to get more experience when you auto resolve. So you know what? It's fine. We'll send these guys onwards to Tontiacum as a celebration. They get to go and have a party over there. In fact, do we want to do anything with this guy? Untruthful. That goes wrong over time, but for now it's good. Grow being the was factionaire. You know what? You know what, Sonijim Sethiachus? We're going to send you down to Lovasois. We're going to send this chap, he's a little bit older, up to Vicus Marcio Manni, because we will want some people here going forward. In fact, actually, we do have a little bit of a quiet spot in our area over here, but we'll leave it. I don't need to worry about spending money on that. Seleucid and the Greek cities. I think the Greeks are allies of my enemies or something, aren't they? So, boo, Greeks. No, they're not. They're allies with the Seleucids, and that's it. Who are also allies of Civius. There's a bit of an awkward circular thing starting to develop here. Intriguing. Have you ever played Total War Saga Troy? You know what? My degree is in ancient history, and yet I've had no interest in playing Troy at all. Yeah, again, I don't enjoy the later Total Wars particularly, and I just kind of felt there was no point of me getting it. I think I did get the free download on Epic, but I never bothered playing it. So I don't really have too much of a position on it other than not greatly interested, I suppose, is the main thing. So 80 men here. Shall we auto-resolve it on this occasion? We're going to try. 146. Damn and blast. Okay, just occupy. That'll be perfectly fine. I just thought we'd occupy that one because it was... Oh, sorry, we would auto-resolve that one as it was going to be the simpler of the two battles. But let's get moving. We'll put a tower here. I know it's right between two cities, but it will be useful going forward. We'll build ourselves around 49. I wasn't just sending these two guys, by the way, so don't need to worry about that. We will, though, send our support units along. That's fine, and a Barrackham can have the 2 experience. Guys, come and join the party. Okay, I mean, we'll just retrain them, even though there is some of the population dying. They didn't attack Londinium, which is good news, because now I don't need to worry about that, because they will die next turn, the Britons, which is very good news indeed. Now, I don't have a huge amount of money still. Hopefully, the end of this war means I can worry about the Gauls. They do have some rams now. That's interesting. Okay, I said I'd sally forward for they got rams, but I'll take the risk of them not attacking because I can kill the faction next turn, and I'm sure we can hold if an attack comes. So the question is, Triers on the border, what do I want to do? I know, in spite of the fact that these guys... Where's my spy? I will send in him around here. He's over here. We already know what that army is. It's mostly mercs. Fine. This is a couple javelinmen, which could have their problems, but they're generally not an issue. As for the Gauls over here, okay, this is more of a serious army. They've got their druids and their war dogs, and we all know how much war dogs are the bane of my existence. So there's that. What I want to do is see what's in Alesia. More troops. The Gauls actually have quite a lot, don't they? Trier. Get yourself Woden level 2. That should be your next thing. And then we'll start getting more troops out. Tontiacum. You just built yourself a wall just to be safe. Do I want some naked fanatics? I'm going to get 1 unit of naked fanatics because I wouldn't mind just having a light infantry unit who can swing around the side. Obviously they have massive shields, but yeah, their job is going to be to swing around and smash someone in the face, basically. Where do I want to send these peasants, by the way? I train them. It would be over here, but we are besieged. That can grow anyway when we have the opportunity. So the next place it needs to go is probably Lovasace. Yeah, it needs to be Lovasace. So where is this region end? Where's Bohemia begin? Over here. Fine. It could be a turn or two. Hopefully they won't rout or, you know, disappear. Yeah, we need to send over there, over the border. We'll hopefully grow that one in time. Construction report otherwise. Bullsheim Shrine to Freya. Nothing else to worry about over there. Nice simple. And because Gothy, port. Probably port. What's that? Yeah, it's an extra 100 or so. It's not as much as you might think. We can't quite afford the mines. I really could do with the mines. This place is growing very nicely. 3% even with good public order, very high tax rate. Get the trader. There's lots of tradable goods. That will help boost population a bit more. And some Bereavers grain. We know that. Have a sip. Okay. Apologies. The plague has come back for a moment there. But in general, we're good. Okay. We're going to see in the end turn then if they decide to come out or to come into Summer Breva. If not, Deva will be taken next turn, and that'll be excellent news because that'll be the end of the Britons. So unless there's a spy in here and they can crack in, I don't think they can crack in with these pikemen. These guys, if the Gauls join in, they totally can. If the Gauls don't join in, then I think we'll be absolutely fine to hold that. What is this guy like? Natural Born Leader, very lively. Not that helpful for this battle, but very helpful in general. Good ambusher, good commander, and cantankerous. Yeah, so this guy certainly does have some good traits in terms of morale and command. So he's a decent guy to be leading all of that. Okay, well, we'll do our end of turn saving up. And we'll see what the Britons do. I have another 700 in the kitty, so do we want to spend that anywhere? Not just yet. I want to make sure we have some economy going forward. This guy is just going to have a little wander, and we'll see what is what. Okay. So, save and upkeep with that def, I guess. More chance man the Arab needs somewhere else. Well, the game gave us a new guy automatically. It's unusual for them to actually kill the general in that circumstance. All the Britons didn't come in. I say it's a shame. It's not a shame because the Gauls are right there. But it's a shame because it could have been a very fun battle for us to all enjoy. Macedonia and the Greek cities are at war. Okay. Nothing too much of excitement there. Repair complete in Barrackham. And end of term report. We're gaining a bit more money now, actually. That's not too bad. And certainly when this siege ends and we can grow it, get the port. This port is worth a lot. Yeah, once we got this three-way port system going, that is excellent. And yeah, Bordersholm, probably something I want to be considering going forward, actually. And I'm pretty certain that's what these guys are for, by the way. Are you in the right area? Travis Saxonis, indeed you are. Slightly damaged troop, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Yeah, we want that to grow because that's another port in this part of the world. Fine, the Britons are... Well, say goodbye to the Britons. They're about to become rebels. Rebels who will inevitably kill all of our generals in their sleep. But if nothing else, we will continue to send those pet... Okay, well, we won't. And apparently I didn't send the peasants, I sent the screeching women. When did I send the screeching women? I sent the wrong unit altogether. I'm sure someone pointed it out to me, but there we are. Okay, what's over here? 3 units of that. Tom Tiakum. We're going to get, next turn we can deal with that problem. Sorry, Paula, we've left you in the forests. But I mean, she's pretty much at home over here. Pretty much about where she's from as far as I'm aware. So there we are. Enjoy your time. Right, let's head on in. We'll figure out how to spend the money later. And we only have 1 ram. So let's make sure there's no tower. I'm going to put a 0 on the end because I feel like we're jumping through too many saves. Right, let's swing on in. Let's take them out. Water Resolve strikes again. Yeah. Gamer of opinions. It happens sometimes. You should challenge many a trainer to a multiplayer game. Is also a master of ancient history, and you can try and nerd each other with historical facts. We're going to talk about the end of the faction here. This is the final city of our enemy. Come on, do the Roman Protect War speech stuff.
Look to the enemy. Watch them for tricks and send them to their ancestors on a tide of blood.
A tide of blood. Yeah, well, many a trainer is kind of where the channel kind of came from. The channel isn't named after him per se. It's named in the same kind of way as his, in the sense of I didn't mean to send the extra unit along here actually. I was meant to bring the other unit from Ibericum, but it's fine. We'll be fine probably. Is there a tower? Yes, it's kind of named in the same way where it's a play on an idiom, of course. Obviously many a true word is spoken in jest. Would be what his is based on. Obviously mine is to err is to human, but to nerd is obviously what it is to be human. Embrace the passion of the madness of nerdiness. And I mean the thing is there's an eerie similarity to me and John on Many a True Nerd in terms of like both going to study ancient history at university. And I remember when I first was watching the channel, my girlfriend at the time was like, you're basically just like him, which I don't necessarily agree with, but at the very least I guess there may be some aspects that she was seeing there, but hey ho, it was that kind of thing where you enjoyed watching someone play. I think it was Medieval 2 was the first series of his that I watched, actually, the first time I came across his channel. So I would love to do something with him. I actually did message him when I was writing the Romans Better Than You Think video, when I wrote that video essay. Because I spoke to Melkors in that video. There's a few people in there anyway. There's like Prince of Macedon's in there as well, and various other people I spoke to for it. But sadly, Many a True John did not comment back. But I imagine he gets quite a lot of messages, so fair enough. I don't hold it against him. I'm still very much a fan. I would love to do something with him, but I very much doubt that would be anything too far in the future. Maybe I need to get on his live streams and become his and Claire's friend on the live chat, and then I will catch his attention with a plea to battle in Rome Total War. I don't think he did any online either, though, to be honest. So yeah, I mean, he's not like the likes of Legend or Volund who do tons of like multiplayer stuff. He's always been a bit of a single player like me, so I doubt he'd be too into it. But there we go. Alright, so some Wade Warriors are going to come on in. We'll get our lovely ladies to scream. Probably just missed the opportunity here to run on in. Just see if we can still do it. Why not? Let's just see if we can get ourselves into position. Run into position.
Our warriors have
Run quicker than that, you fools. Okay, how many can we get? Get into pikes. And this could be problematic, to be honest. I might get this ram to make a second entry because he might struggle here. Get yourself into spikes. Okay, once we're in spikes, we'll be in a better position. These guys do have 2 experience, so hopefully that'll be fine. Get the javelin man over here. We can just try and do a few javelins in the back. Unfortunately, Woad Warriors are going to do some good work. It is these entry points which are often the issue. I should have got a second thing. I couldn't get a second ram, of course. It was too many build points, but there we go. Throw the javelins in. Poor lizards screeching, which should be scaring them. The guys around the flank are the ones who are causing the problem at this stage, actually. Actually, no, leave the ram, because we've got them. We've got them. I was about to send Paul around, actually, to finish them off, but the job is done. That's excellent news. With that, spears, get yourself in. Get your spears down and get yourself in as well. General's going to try and mop him up, but we're going to have a few problems for ourselves in doing so. Okay. Obviously, at the moment, we're facing barbarian towns of these high grounds. Once we start getting some good archers, we'll have some lovely defence against potential future attacks in our cities. To take on Scythia, we're going to need those. Yeah, we're going to need those those brutal archers. I can't remember what they're called now. Chosen Archer Warband. That's the one. So yeah, we're going to need that to deal with future Scythian battles. But for now, we don't have to worry about that too much, but it would be nice to have them for a siege defence because, yeah, a little bit higher ground in these barbarian towns is very nice as a feature. Right, a few World Warriors sadly did get away, but we're going to slowly get ourselves towards the plaza here. Get ourselves lined up. Excellent, and the general can come and join the party. Okay. Right, I know better line of sight. Sorry, just trying to catch up with some of the messages as people get themselves into position. Might just be better to do it at the end of the thing there. I know better line of sight where it is, but I do not ever put the watchtowers 2 towers away from roads to draw any rebels away. Good point. Well, you know, mistake has been made now. So, yeah. The rebels do tend to stand the watchtowers, and it's a good point of, yeah, them blocking the trade, but you know what? We'll be mopping up rebels very quickly in general, so I won't be too worried about that. But yes, a general good bit of advice that I did not follow there. But hey ho, I think in spite of that, we shouldn't have too many concerns with all of this. Let's get ourselves into position. Hope, where are you going? For some reason, they've decided pathfinding issues are at play now. Get yourself running because you get yourself. Right, they're going the long way. Brilliant. Okay. So we'll get these guys over here in time. That's fine, I guess. Maybe the you see, this is the only problem is that they're going to get themselves into battle. Get the general just to consider supporting if he needs to. Skirmishers, throw some javelins in. Paula, we might need you actually in hand-to-hand on this occasion. Paula. General actually probably could do this if Paula isn't quite up for the job right now. We can blow the Horn of Destiny and just charge into him, actually. That might be a very sensible idea. Get yourself a charge, my good sir. Blow that horn. He is in a very, very poor position. That was a terrible charge. They mostly poked a stupid angle. But if nothing else, the job is done. Once again, the Axeman, or the Axe Ladies even, did the job. Well done, Paula. Nice job. Paula, get yourself back behind the lines. Javelins. Hold a fire for a minute, and these guys one day might actually arrive and be helpful in this darn battle. Oh, for Pete's sake. Get the general to pull back a moment. Let the Paulas run into them. And we'll swing them back round. Oh, they already broke. Yay, Paula. Good job. She's really getting her axe in here today. Whilst the men over there who are supposed to be fighting actually can't be bothered to do the darn battle. Ridiculous. Okay, javelins. Do you want to throw any javelins in? I think at this point the Paulas have got the job with these guys, so we'll let them finish the job. Could have at least have given them, I know you often see those sort of comedy videos of women armor in RPGs, but they could have at least given them the breastplate armor or something. They have no armor at all. Could at least have had a tiny bit. 0. That's just rude. Okay, well, One day these guys will arrive. Maybe we should get them to run. You can get yourself knackered, lads, because you're supposed to be here already. Damn it. Okay. I tell these guys to slowly walk in this direction, and hopefully all will be fine. It doesn't look fine right now. It does not look fine. Okay, we're going to use the javelin man, I think. Javelins are the plan. And you guys get yourself in here. That will be ideal. Yeah, we'll just have to do this slightly awkwardly, as it is today. Okay, dogs are annoying, but no biggie. Yeah, but dogs have been the bane of my life in some recent things, particularly with Thrace. I think I only lost generals to darn dogs. It's ridiculous. Throw your javelins as you like, although, to be honest, probably better to throw them at people at the back. Are you guys in phalanx? They are. We've got them in a little bit of a corner pincer now, so that's ideal. These guys are... Yeah, they're... Paul is screaming her head off. Excellent stuff. Okay. We're going to pull these guys into the battle. It'll be fine. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Relic Monkey. Harishi, this game could do with a curling mini-game. We're not currently playing Digimon World 1, but all games could do with a Penguinmon curling mini-game. Who else wants a Digimon World review or playthrough? Best/worst game in all of history. It's an excellent game, but it also destroys your life and eats up all of your life. Such an excellently stupid and wonderful game. I love it. Okay, we'll just chunk these guys. I'm just going to tell this to end. Yeah, we'll just end it. The last Britons don't even get to die properly. They just end. And with Chester falling, the Welsh will just fall under our heel. Excellent stuff. What's the worst decision you made in Rome Total War, if you remember? Oh god, I might need to think about that. I do not know off the top of my head. I have distinct memories of when I first played of using Town Watch. I mean, it feels a bit harsh. They're very cool capes, in fairness. So I feel like whenever you use them, you're in a good place. But there we are. I don't know. I have to think about that one. Britannia are gone. Well, they don't have Ireland then. That's for sure. That's a good point, by the way. It's a good thing they didn't, because I had no way of dealing with that. Let's see if I can send one boat around. There'll probably be pirates around, but if we can send someone from over to there, then we will. But in general, we're in a fairly decent position. Might have to mop up that general at some point. Can we see... He's actually changed over to Barbarian Warlord, which is unfortunate. It would have been easier to kill him before. That's annoying. We'll see if the Gauls want to kill our rebels for us, because that would be amusing to me. We're going to build the Barbarian Hold. And we will retrain those units. Okay, 1,500 there and only 500 in Deva. That is absolutely abysmal. So we'll have to deal with that in time. Communal farming over in Britannia and Londinium. Is that how I want to spend money? You know what? That's not how I want to spend money, because I want to spend my money on the mines over here. And I know that means I've just put that market on 2 more turns, but that's what I want to do. Okay, lovely. There's more rebels over here, which is somewhat irritating. Quite a lot, actually. I might need like an extra troop in some of these settlements, like an extra unit in each of these settlements, just to kind of keep things under control, because the rebels are slightly irritating, actually, aren't they? A few too many of them around. Because Gothi, you have yourself population, but you don't have yourself any training facilities, which is a bit of a shame. No more satisfying chariots running into phalanxes. I know. I thought at the very least we could get, you know, some rebel generals afterwards. But yes, of course, the rebels don't have the chariot version of the general. Should have known that, seeing as I've done enough general things over the years. But there we are. Okay, I'm going to avoid as much as possible building... building taverns. I think at this point, Tom Tiakum, you've got yourself your new temple built, which is good news. But a trader, because you are going to be important. You're building, that as well. So you get your 1 experience upgrade done, but we'll be getting some upgraded experience next turn. Over in Alesia, what do we have? He just saw me, but it's still 93, so we should be fine. We are indeed. They have swordsmen. That's a good sign for us, because it means we'll have more tech when we take it over. But for now, we just need to make sure we're getting our forces reorganised. So, step number 1. Stabilise Britain. I definitely need a general over here, don't I? Because I probably don't want to keep this chap faction leader. Yeah, we want to keep him in the battles. So he's probably going to be a problem leaving. Not quite. Okay, we'll send to Ibericum for this turn, if nothing else. We'll turn it down to low tax rate just to get it growing. Next time, moving back to Londinium, we'll mop up the rebels. And we'll send some other general in this direction. Vanius. Maybe this guy down at Tomtiacum. You know what? He's only got superior commander, but I reckon you can do some good work for us. Yeah, go that way. That's a slightly safer route to take. This boat can get over there. That's probably... Well, the general will be a few turns until he comes back. That'll be fine. 173 money. That's disgraceful. 172 is indeed the lucky number. And we have failed to have that amount of money, which is a big shame. But we are starting to get these 2 experience temples out, which will hopefully be a big boon to us going forward. So, with the Britons dead... Yeah, a few turns of consolidation. Let's make sure Britannia is under our control. We get Ireland, all of that nonsense. With Ireland and Britannia under our control, I think we'll send these... Yeah, I'm going to send them along with a general as well. That's fine, because they can't really be retrained, and they might as well come back over the territory over to here. Yeah, once things are settled down in Britain, we've got a few watchtowers, got a general, mopped up the rebels, got Ireland. Then we can bring our men over here. We can go and smash Alesia, because Alesia, I don't know how far we're going to push the Gauls, to be honest, because I don't really want all of this. I want to go and deal with Dacia now and Scythia, but you know, we need to build up some of our economics. So long as we stop at a position where we're not dealing with Rome, I'm kind of okay. So maybe we'll swing as far as Nabu Martius if we are going to push down. And Massilia, I mean, we can block up the Romans very nicely there, but it is asking them to attack. I don't really want to get involved in all of that nonsense, so we'll see about that. Oh, by the way, Paula, yes, this was still this turn, so we'll end our turn and see what else is going on. Fair enough. Learned the trick about watchtowers from Legend Vid some time ago. It doesn't matter too much for a short campaign. Yeah, it is a good general rule. I think I was just dumping stuff down unthinking on that occasion, but definitely a good thing. Axe bitten is absolutely lovely, although obviously less good for defending, but I'm not too worried about that for the time being. So that okay, you are wandering over there. Good news. Over in Trier, we should be able to retrain these for 2 experience now, which is excellent news. Stables, Barbarian Cav, and what? Barbarian Cav are only really useful for us mopping up right now. I don't need them too much. This force... oh yeah, I was about to use that general for this, wasn't I? Can't take him out of Trier because that's going to get him in trouble. So you can come over here. We're going to send the switching women back. We will get another unit trained up here in Tomtiacum, and they can go do that themselves, and maybe we'll get them out of the hour if we're lucky. Who knows about that? So we'll just make sure these guys have themselves a general. Get a road, that would be very nice indeed. And yes, Vicus Gothy has obviously got a lot going on for it right now. Bordersheim can never have a wall built ever. It will never need one with any luck. That would be beautiful. And Batavadorum, I would like a market because we need some spies. I've only got the one from the start of the game right now. That is a little bit problematic. Okay, maybe the dead fort, the Paula had natural armour for being so well endowed. Yes, clearly no armour on them, but I just find it funny that you get all those videos, like all those videos, but you know, it's a kind of a classic trope of women only get that kind of armour in RPGs, and then they don't even get that on Rome Total War. Fair enough. Bikini army has nothing to do with sexism country to accusations. I mean, you know, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. They did their job. They did some good axing. They don't need the armour. They proved that they were loyal Paulers to this world. And actually, Trier, with your population growth as it is, we will now get the 2 experience on all of those guys. That's beautiful. 127 this time. Used up all our money. Okay. This time the Gauls have attacked, annoyingly. Can I get an alliance with the rebels? I'd like to be allies with the rebels, please. Be my friend. No. Hello, everybody. Hello to Nurse the Human. Hello, I'm working right now, and I left the phone running the live stream. We'll catch up later. Thank you for your support in leaving the view running. And then you can give me a second view when you watch it later. Excellent. Okay, tiny force of Gauls. To be honest, I want this siege dealt with. So we're going to sally forth and we're going to charge into these lads. That'll be absolutely fine. So, Operation Sea Lion is an official success. Yay! That was quite easy, wasn't it? The British resistance did not do a great job. Or, you know, whatever resistance is left is currently not doing a good job because they're not rebellion. So, there are a few skirmishes to be aware of on this occasion. So, I'll line up my infantry this side. Get my cav out here. It's not a lot of cav. I'm used to that general unit of cav now. But it'll be fine. Do I want anyone left on the plaza just in case it all goes wrong? Wouldn't be the worst idea, to be honest, but yeah, it's fine. I think we've got this. You know what? We will just in case of utter nonsense happening and we somehow give up the whole town, we'll leave one unit back there. So, these guys out of spear and like that. Get the general immediately out actually because they're doing their classic run out to one side of the battle map. And if someone gets themselves isolated, then we'll charge them down. But I doubt they'll manage to do that on this occasion. So, Spear Warband, you can now run yourselves out. That would be absolutely magnificent. And we'll get the Javelin Men in behind, and it will just be a standard kind of set yourselves up outside of the wall situation. And we'll get on with it from there. Ah, beautiful. Have you ever had that very rare situation the rebels managed to offer you a ceasefire? Yeah. It happens a few times. I mean, they're set to have a completely negative relationship with you, but it is always a possibility that they will offer it. Unfortunately, you can't get anything more like an alliance, in spite of what I was just saying. But yeah, it is fun when you get the ceasefire. Unfortunately, it tends to end pretty swiftly. I mean, any rebellion means automatically that the ceasefire turns to war, and you know, it just is what it is. But it is fun when it happens. Okay, let's get ourselves pretty wide actually, because we don't need to worry about a deep formation on this occasion. What I do need to worry about is some javelin men just causing me a few issues. So what I want to do is just make sure that I don't have any unnecessary losses with the javelins. I could at least distract them with mine. Might actually be a better way of using them. I'll try and run them down with the general first and foremost, if at all possible. But I think this formation will absolutely do. Although we should, at this point, get our spears down. Thank you very much, Steve. Excellent news. So, let's move ourselves forward. See what they want to do about all of this. And nothing happening. They've got their skirmishes at the back. Now, the only danger of the skirmishes is if I hit one and the other one is at that point causing me issues, that could be a problem. I'm going to try the general around the back first. But if that fails, then I might send the skirmishes. Okay, they're going to come out and meet him. Very strange. I thought if we sent the skirmish out the front, they would come and turn. But no, apparently they are reacting to the general as well. Just getting nervous. I'd be nervous if I were them as well. Just walk towards them. Pick one each. And you kind of just move slightly to the side. That will be fine. Skirmishes are indeed moving forward. At this point, just get them running and get the Paulers over here, and we'll activate the Death Scream. So yeah, at this point their skirmishes are going to, by the looks of it, throw a javelin in. That's, oh no, one of them's, that's a warband moving out. Some strange decisions happening here. I'm just going to get the general to pull back actually, because all sorts of nonsense is now happening. Yeah, what we've got now is a slightly awkward situation where the infantry are not coming to die, but the skirmishers are still able to throw at us, which is unfortunate. Okay, these guys are doing lots and lots of manoeuvring around. I'm going to get the screams on. I'm trying to get this general to come around. Why don't they just stand in a line and die like sensible enemies, or nice enemies, helpful enemies? It's fine. As long as these guys are dancing, they're not throwing jabs, so I'm kind of happy with that situation. They're going to walk into those spikes. They didn't because I pressed that button. Okay, get the general out of there because Actually, this infantry unit is now chasing them down, but that's fine because they're not, as I say, they're currently not engaging well, they're not throwing their javelins. That's the main thing I don't want to be happening with them. So warband are broken as well. That's excellent. Yeah, we'll just get forward to mop up them. You mop up then, and all infantry go after them. And I think they are actually retreating at this point anyway, so that's good news. General, just keep on running through. That's them melting like the proverbial. And at this stage, all these off of that and just get running. Just get running forward. And I feel a little bit like on Empire right now, where trying to chase things down is a little bit awkward. Because on Empire, just the cavalry are so slow at it, and you just obviously don't always have as much cav as you're used to. So, okay. These skirmishes are very, very quick, by the way. Being secure on the hill. I mean, they're just running away at this stage. So, what have we got to catch up with? That warband will be caught up with. You two are dealing with that. You'll never catch these guys, but, you know, anything we can deal with, I will be quite happy about. I'm going to get you to start swinging over this way instead, because at the very least you might catch this warband. Yeah, they might just catch the warband. At the very least, we'll mop up these guys eventually. Okay, blow the horn of destiny. With any luck, this will be shaken, shaken, shaken. General is safe enough for the moment. Let's pull him out. There we are, we got the break. Often it is the cavalry moving that actually breaks units. Right by the wall, yeah, they're probably just about catchable, but we'll just make sure we mop them all up. Okay, that will have to do. I am missing a bit of cav here. Definitely do with a tiny bit more cav just to mop everything up at this stage, but it's okay. We're going to have these guys over here. The Paulers are just going to come and just cut them off because they are trying. There we are. Yeah, Paulers on top of them now. Excellent job. And with that, the Germans are largely mopping up the Gauls, which is all we ever need to see. And just smashing to what's left over there. Bit of a shame that some of them are going to get away, but it is what it is. It's kind of what you expect. These guys just put their lances down right now, actually. They're actually just catching them. Excellent. Yes, and lances down. Poke, 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 poke. Just missed the last two, but not a bad job there. Okay, imperfect, but decent. You get an alliance by offering a load of money to the general and getting them to join your faction. Yes, you do technically, or not technically, get an alliance with the rebels by offering them an alliance. Barbarian Warlord gains some experience. That's at least something. I'm being logged out of YouTube every time I close the browser lately. Anyone else having this problem? Interesting. Rome Total War or Premier League? Is there a Premier League game going on tonight? I thought there's the FA Cup replays, I believe, are going on tonight. Maybe I'm wrong, isn't it? It's like the mid-season break right now in the Premier League, so there's only a few teams playing on the weekend, but I don't think anyone should be playing today. General immediately afterwards. This is what remains of Britannia, of course, publicly loyal. So yeah, once again another slightly awkward battle. This time there's some cav as well, so we'll swing on him. Excellent stuff. The Stephans, Steves and Paulers are teaching the Oblixes a real lesson. Well, we're trying to deal with the Oblix lads, but they're causing us a few problems because they're actually not running straight into spikes. So we'll see about all of this. Rebels all the way back there. We'll get these guys. I mean, to be honest, we're just going to march down the road. There's a road here. We're going to use it because we're civilized. Damn it. Sort of. Well, we're more civilized than the rebel scum over there. Still feel dirty whenever I badmouth the rebels on this channel. Just feels like something that shouldn't be happening. But at least with the rebels, we'll mop up whatever happens here. Veneer 787. Hi there. Hi there. Least favourite and most favourite Rome to all factions. Cacti. I've often said my favourite is Armenia. If not simply because of I love the Cataphract Archers. They've got a fun. They've just got a little lick of kind of each type of unit in a way. So they've got the Horse Archers for kind of the Doom unit, the Cataphract Horse Archers. That is. They got very long range and they're just obscenely brutal. Cataphracts are smash into things. Horse Archers for all of that nonsense. But their Phalanx Pikemen, the Heavy Spearmen, are pretty darn good. Their morale's super low. I think they improved that on the remaster. Moved it from 4 out of 12 to 6. But Yeah, I really love Armenia. I also think that they're very difficult. They're in a tricky spot on the campaign map, and I think, you know, in general, it just makes it like kind of a really intriguing campaign because they're just a little bit harder to play as. So I'd say Armenia generally. Pontus are pretty close in terms of their army. In terms of least favourite faction, I don't know. I mean, I know people say like, oh, Dacia's kind of hard. Dacia actually have a really cool army. I like the fact that they get oranges, they get chosen archer, warband stuff. They get falksmen still. They get the chosen swordsman. They have some proper like noble cav as well. So there's a really cool mix of people like Dacia. I don't know. I'm sure you said Spain quite a few times on these things where we talk about like who's our least favourite or whatever. But I find Spain's a little bit uninspiring. There's not really much going on there. The Bull Warriors are kind of fun, but they're really just an alternative version of the Roman lads. So I'm not big on that, to be honest. So we are really hitting them at a wonky angle, but it's fine. This is probably the best way of doing this, is where the game, because I haven't clicked on attack them, they haven't gone mad, because I'm actually the one going for the attack. We probably just need to change this angle. Actually, this is going to go wrong, but if I'm not careful. So yeah, don't attack. That's the whole point, Thomas. Yeah, sometimes when they know you're attacking, they do some strange things. So we're just going to, yeah, walk slowly towards them, and once they engage, and that's lovely. So yeah, let's just walk up to those cav, and they'll just accept it. There's a little gap in the line here, so I think that's where the Paulers need to go. Paulers are a nice little auxiliary infantry unit, and I'm kind of enjoying that. So yeah, some of them are going to get in this gap, and that's going to be a problem. So Paula, thank you. Yeah, to be honest, these guys should probably throw at this. Actually, no, throw at the Barbarian Warlord. We need him dealt with as much as possible. Paul is just going to throw herself into the fray here. Yeah, no flanking for you. There we are. Paula's broken the army's back. That's exactly what I want to see. Paula, get back. There's Cav there, and they will not be your friend. So just hold position. In fact, yeah, you hold as well. We don't want to get flanked over here. We'll just slowly poke our way through this. You can just attack these guys. It's fine. You see, as soon as someone's attack, they turn. Backspace attack. Okay, backspace attack. A bit like on the pikes in Medieval 2. Backspace attack. Reset what you're doing. Okay, this is better than normal. I'm going to tell these guys to slowly walk forward. Keep your pikes down, but slowly walk forward. Yeah, you slowly walking forward, please. That's what we want to see. Slowly, just walk aimlessly towards that guy. Yep, the cavalry being pulled into it. This is how you do it. Okay, the AI learnt a little bit of what to do against me, but we have since learnt how to mop them up. So you can go and chase them down at this point. And likewise, they're now getting pulled in. Yeah, the game does seem to secretly know and responds when you actually tell them to attack the unit specifically, and this can be a very nice way of just mopping things up. Okay, startled goats ahoy! Let's charge on down the hill. Down goes the general. There goes the Gallic guy. Blow the horn of destiny. It was almost too late on that, but we'll just plough into whatever's left. Send Paula out. Send Paula. That'll be the job done, I'm sure. They are just going to catch us and immediately rout. I think that should be the battle. Who's left? I think it might be someone at the back who's regrouped. Can't actually tell. Maybe there's someone in the forest. I don't know, as far as I can tell, it's all over. Oh, they've got these guys back. These guys are back. Okay, the Cav are back. Cav is the only thing. Oh, no, it isn't the Cav. It's just some mercs who have appeared in a random position. There's the victory. Okay, well, they're rebels, so they're all going to go, so I don't need to worry too much about the mop-up process, but we might as well get a little bit of experience, if indeed we have the opportunity to do so. 37 people on the channel right now. That's nice to see. I actually haven't been looking at the numbers. Armenia also the benefit of having pyjamas. Yes. Is it cyan? I never really know how to pronounce that blue colour. Cyan. Sorry, I had to cough through that. That much of an awkward word to pronounce. Yeah, they do have. Actually, the Pontus have like beautiful pajama men. I mean, this is probably the least fun colour of pajama men. But between Parthia and Pontus, it's pretty much channel colours pyjama men. So there we are. Okay, and the last of this. Is this going to go really badly if I do it? I might actually have to wait until we send the general down to deal with this. So, okay, that's fine. I might... Yeah, actually, no, the new guy can put... Actually, you can put one watchtower down. He can't put down a watchtower because we have no money left for that. That's fine. We'll send the general to go and mop up those guys. But in general, we're looking pretty darn solid. This is a good chunky Germanic Empire right now. And we'll change that to 2.7 and end our turn. We've reached the Scythians. Our boats have arrived. Did I leave enough troops to actually go and take that town? Probably not, because there's a fair few rebels in there. So we'll see about that. We've got these guys. They're happy enough with the few cav. We will actually send these cav back to their town, because I wouldn't mind having that. There's actually no one in Abericum now, which is mildly amusing. Let's get the Axeman into this. He doesn't actually want to do it. Don't you dare retreat. I'm actually at home right now. Yay! You know, one of my homes in England. I've lived in quite a few different towns in England, but down in Essex. So we'll get ourselves back to the town next turn, do a bit of retraining. Beautiful stuff. And the Viennese lad has got himself a child. Beautiful. Vicus Gothias Mines. Yes. 200 monies. Very nice stuff. It is actually 200. Okay, and after that we'll get a port. I'm just going to spend all my money over here because, quite frankly, it's probably worth it. Lovosice has itself that. We'll get ourselves a market. That's nice and cheap. Summer Believer has the Warriors Hold. Get the ports. That is all that matters in this world. And Tom Tiakum has a trader. Get yourself a market. 600 money's left. This is good. We've just got a lot of investment around our empire, and we still have money in the kitty. Now that we've conquered Scotland, all our tiny bit of it, we can use that terrible Scottish accent. No one tell Holland. Right. I do have like a great grandmother from Inverness, so I will claim some Scottish heritage. Right, Dava. You also just need to get a peasant so that we can send these 3. No, we can't. Okay, hoping those other guys don't rebel, but we'll swing them over there. We can probably take out Tara with 3 spearmen. Hoping they don't break, but we'll see about that. These guys should be happy enough for the time being. Okay, so the Gauls are being repelled for now. You, my good sir, get on the boats next time. Actually, you're safe enough to get in the boat because you're in port anyway. Although you do get bad traits from being on the boats in general. At least I seem to recall you do from Medieval 2. I suspect the traits are the same on this, but I don't know off the top of my head. So there we are. And we'll get some peasants here just to hold the fort when we move on to Alesia. We do want to use these guys, remember, Thomas? Can we deal with those peasants? Yes. Actually, they're not peasants. They are just warband. Okay. Now, I don't trust the auto-resolve, so we're going to go and swing into this battle and mop up these guys. Right there. The second pronunciation is it. I have no idea what I said. Cyan. Was that my second one? It was too long ago now. No fog for me, and we'll hopefully just, get our spears out. And we're going to try this time with the Naked Fanatics as our flanking force. Civilized rebels, they've got themselves down the pathway. Lovely stuff. And we'll just wander off into the deep dark German forests. Lovely. Okie pokey. Right, is the... I'm guessing Marius still active? Marius? Is the guy with Marius reforms? Is that what you're asking? Highly doubt it. We don't actually get a notification. I think on Remy Master you get told when the Marius reform happens, which is helpful because it changes your own units, or at least your general anyway. But so it would be helpful to know, but they do tell you that in Rome Remastered. But on this, we don't know. We just have to guess. So we'll keep an eye out. I will have people down near the Romans before too long. So we'll worry about them when we get a bit closer. But they won't be anytime soon, I wouldn't think. Not until at least 245. That would be the very earliest I could possibly imagine that happening. Now, can't see them yet. There's the general unit. Okay. I'm going to swing slightly along here because there's a bit of high ground. And I mean, they're obviously just hiding in the forest. Unfortunately, pre-Warhammer days, we just have to kind of, yeah, the trees can't be chopped, so that is a bit of a shame. But it is what it is. Let's move on. I'm guessing the general's in the middle, something like the middle. Yeah, now we can just do what we did last time and move up towards the enemy. See if they want to walk into the spikes. If not, we will spike into their walk or something like that. That sentence made lots of sense in my head. It made less sense in reality. Okay, science presents as per the poisonous chemical cyanide. Ah, cyanide. Interesting. That's a good way of remembering it. I might remember that. I thought you were going to say it's remembered per the poisonous French language with its 7 vowels in a row, which never make any sense. But no, we're not anti-Gaul right now. Cyan is the same shade of blue hue as cyanide. That's very interesting and actually a very good way for me to remember it in the future. Thank you for that. Who was that? Mbatembe. I think you talked about pronouncing your name last time. I hope that is vaguely accurate. Okay, we've got the screeching Paulers, of course. Oh yeah, we actually have ourselves these guys, don't we? Oh, we have Warcry on them. That's very nice. Start walking over in that direction. That will be absolutely marvellous, although I suspect the battle might be done before all of that happens. Yes, it might be. Everyone just slowly walk in this direction. Rebels. Actually, yeah, Paula might just be on a chase again, actually. Everyone else is just going to walk slowly towards the one unit that's still left on the field. And these guys can walk right. Warcry! Into the running, broken enemy. Chop him up good, my sirs. If you wanna. Anytime. Nice haircuts on them. Beautiful stuff. Yeah. Victory and glory. Did we lose anyone? I think we lost one in the general. I don't know if he was already hurt or not. Probably not. Just to speed it up. But victory is ours. No missiles to get everyone murdered. So we should be absolutely fine. Good stab. Looked like he missed, to be honest. But it looks like we got the message for their defeat. So... yep, looks like victory and glory for us. Paul is just going to mop them up as much as possible. Lovely stuff, and you can just get on them. Any experience will be gladly taken. If memory serves, it's 1 Druid, 2 Warbaron at Tara. I remember having Druids there. I think they've got experience there. I think they're like 2 experience units. We'll be fine with our pikes, but just worth noting that it's not necessarily the straight battle. Okay, finish 787. What's a good expanded ranked war mod that isn't Europa Barbarorum? Honestly, I don't play many of them, so I don't know that I'm the best person to ask for it. My preference, if I were playing one of the mods, would just be to play a Vinna Beyond style of one, which just does little fixes, small things like that. That's really where I would suggest, but that's really just my own taste, to be honest. So. I would have to look into them more. I do enjoy the randomizer and the map randomizer mod. I mean, the randomizer is more just for the silliness factor. You know, it's fun to play every so often, but it isn't something I generally play too much. The map randomizer one was certainly good fun to play. Okay, we might be a little bit late with the Dacians at Levalvum, but that's okay. We'll have to deal with that in time. In theory, we could actually send this force because they're actually on their way, but they're going to get that. So if they fail... sure, we'll go back and grab it, but it's not our priority at this moment in time. From to war, I love the extended culture 5, Vulture V, a masterpiece. I would like to look into them more. As I say, I tend to get stuck doing my own things, and don't do as much with the mods as I potentially would like to do. But there's never really enough time in this world, is there? How about a Western campaign since we are done? A Western campaign since we are done with the Operation Sea Lion and you're already at war with Gaul. Yes, we will be. There'll be conquered France before too long, so don't worry about that. But we are just going to settle things down a little bit. We are gathering our forces now. This force at Tontiacum is going to redeploy. Trier, we've got the 2 experienced lads out, so we're going to get moving over there. I think I just clicked the game. No, don't worry, not a break. I just clicked out of the screen. Yeah, we can actually get Axemen over here at Londinium, which we will want in time. But actually on this campaign, with the enemies we're facing, a bunch of barbarians, we won't need them that much. Maybe potentially in the Eastern Wars against Dacia, they could be useful potentially, particularly in terms of covering the flanks and filling those gaps that we're having when they split up our pipeline. But when I have more variety of infantry, I will be filling those lines a little bit better anyway. So, okay, we are getting market there and market here. So we'll have more spies very soon. I'm going to keep this spy at Alesia for now. Interestingly, it looks like they're heading down towards Lyon. Yeah, they haven't actually taken Lugdunum yet. Lugdunum. So that's intriguing. Massilia is also, yeah, not taken. So, yeah, the Gauls have been a bit too distracted by what's been going on with me in this part of the world. Haven't done anything with the rest of it. Intriguing. Okay, so I'm just going to put a 0 on the end of this occasion because I feel like I've got too many saves going on. Okay, Operation de Gaulle. I kind of like that, to be honest. Okay, let's get these guys in here. We should be able to retrain a chunk of them. We'll get some axemen. Oh, actually, yeah, no, I will get some axemen. We want some axemen. Sorry. -4 morale. Oh dear. Berserker. Well, we know these go wrong eventually, but that's unfortunate timing as well because the Gauls are coming. So okay, we might need to deploy a different general over there. Can they reach me this time? They cannot. So yeah, we probably want to send this guy. How safe is he? He should be safe. We're going to deploy him over here. The faction leader is going to head over there anyway, so that's fine. He'll take the units that we can't retrain, which should be these 3. Yeah, that's those 3. He's going to take them across. So this boat is just going to dump him there, and the general, the javelins, and the screeching women should be able to get themselves, here we are, into Summer Believer. Perfect. Okay, that's good. So we'll get him into there. You bloodthirsty fool. I'd love to have... Can we just have him as a single berserker? Just as a unit of 1 berserker. That would be excellent. He's on a suicidal savagery, is unmatched and fearsome. -4 morale. +3 command when attacking. I don't think I really want that morale hit. I think you're going to go and manage somewhere deep within the Empire, actually. You, sir, you've been in the wars. You can come here instead. Anyone but him. Okay, that's something to bear in mind. We need to try and keep away from that. But he hasn't been doing very much for that to happen, really. So we have a trade over because Goffy now onto the port. These ports are beautiful. And they're going to make a big difference. I was getting myself peasants for Bordesholm. Yes, there is a set of rebels up there, which I need to deal with in time. But for now, not really what we need to worry about. Potentially an extra unit in some of these towns wouldn't be a terrible idea, but it is what it is. I should really get this wall built up because they are going to be coming. So let's build myself as much of a full stack as I can. Tumtiakum can retrain this turn. Actually, can we reach there in a turn? Just yes. So even if I retrain, we'll be fine to get there next turn. That's good to know. Mercs, I could get the cav. I don't think I need them, but it would be nice to have for mopping up. I will need some cav for when we get moving forward. Axemen for now. Those cav are getting retrained. General has landed at Londinium. Yes, so as you said about the road and the tower, I should probably just build something around here. And I guess in time I can probably just get him around all of this. Actually, go and join... Actually, no, these guys can deal with Deva themselves. They'll be fine. There's Tara. Excellent. I think I said Deva, but obviously this is Tara. I just sent 1 unit. That might be a problem, actually. They might not... yeah. He might lose that battle, to be honest. The town... Oh, I forgot I sent them back because Deva wasn't happy. Oh, well, it's fine. We'll get there in time. You know what? Maybe the general was supposed to join that battle. Oh, well, misclicks happen. -4 morale. How does that work on units that have 4 morale? Well, it's not going to go well. There is a guy on the Western Roman Empire campaign on Barbarian Invasion. Which one is it? He's somewhere around here. and he's got -13 or something like that. I mean, it's kind of meant as a joke, but seriously, be aware he is actually quite likely to end up in battle if you don't move him around somewhere a little bit more sensible. I think Alemannia are likely to attack that settlement. Okay, Levaven has been taken by Dacia, which is a shame because I now need to start thinking about this border potentially. Not for the time being, but they are moving. They've got prepared, unsurprising. Locus Gepidai, not concerned about for the time being because this is going to be a strong position for us to build from. Not long to grow here, 1500. 800 here is a long way away. Tomsiakam's going to get some good troops out. Damn, we can get ourselves a couple peasants just to keep growing in various directions. Did I have a tower over here, or is it just been sniped by rebels? I really need to deal with some rebels. But I think our economy should be a lot better. Yeah, we're getting up to like 4,000. So that is good, if not perfect. Okay. So, yeah, I think we'll just... yeah, we'll get this axeman, second axeman out, and I think we're in a good position from there. So apart from that one guy who currently is stuck, I probably should have left the boat there for him, to be honest, because now he'll probably just die. Oh well, Cassius the Living Lillard, yay! He's actually alright if you just let him run a town and he never gets in a battle, but, you know. I was part of Rome Total War team for a while. Oh, most excellent. I want to know literally everything. You now rule the chat, tell me everything. Not as bad as Scipio Asina. Sorry, I was too busy reading that Asina part to not realise I'm swinging across the map. Excellent name. Everyone loves a good Asina. There is obviously the Parthian general Arses. He's a common lad to come across. A favourite of the game, it must be said. Okay, we're going to end our turn. Hopefully all will be fine. Yeah, it's a good one. I like it. There is one for Remastered 2. I assume you're talking about one of the mods, like... sorry, I missed one of the comments there. There was a name Barbarian Empire's Hellenic Legacy. You would like it. I'll have to look into that as well. Yeah, unfortunately for this guy... Oh, wow, he didn't even get to retreat a tiny bit. I would have thought that if I thought he was just going to move back a space. Oh no! I knew obviously that could happen on the island because he had no escape with the boat, which is what I was just saying. But I didn't think that would actually... I thought he'd get the one retreat and then he would go and die. But no, he's now just dead. We're going to build this tower. I at least thought he could maybe take on like the 3 units rather than all 4 at once. Poor man. Poor man. He died to the fiendish Irish. They don't like colonisers over there, it's fair to say. Okay. We will build ourselves a bunch of spiky lads over there. Love aside to get a trader. Now, yeah, we will get our barracks over here because we're going to need that in time. Batavidorum, please get me a spy. Get me 2 spies, please. And do you want Freyr? Yeah, we'll continue to build up Freyr. Batavidorum. It's a good idea. So, yeah, we're back to the wall over there. So, rebels there. We're getting some big rebel problems, aren't we? It's quite rude. Right, we're going to grab our laddie Jims and our laddie lasses, and they're going to go and squat on that territory. Okay, that's good. You can move over there. -4. Poor unit. It's fine. They didn't get killed. They just retreated into the sunset, okay? They went and founded a town, all right? It's a long way to Tipperary. One day they made it to Tipperary and they built it. Good old Tip. Everyone loves a holiday in Tip. So, where are we at? We've got a full... It looks like a full set. It's not. It's just a lot of warband. We've got a whole stack of warband over there. We've got another unit here who decided not to take Lugdunnis for some unknown reason. And Gallic army approaching us. They're doomed. So that's fine. We'll build another one of those. Over in Tomtiakan, we'll get ourselves another unit. That's fine. And the Dacian army moving away from Levaven. That's fine by me because we'll have to deal with that in time. Yeah, we need Lovasice over here to be replenished a bit of troops, guarded up a little bit. Vickers Gothy. After that, maybe we should build a stables. And while you'll be mainly economic, you are at least advanced enough to be able to do that. We haven't got stables anywhere, so we probably should do some of that business. Okay, this army here. Would I rather just face them out in the field No, I'll let them come and attack. If they decide to do so, then they will do so. It's fine. Okay, we now have 2 units to do that and the general. Is that going to be good enough? We could send the CAF back. No, it's fine. That will absolutely have to do. They will finish the job, damn it. They'll find a way. Because I've sent the general now, so he needs to lay some watchtowers around, so that's not a problem. To be honest, we want as many of these units as we can. Londinium, how happy are you? They are growing very, very quickly. I'm going to get another peasant unit out. We'll leave, if we can get away with it, we'll send another one. In fact, if we can get away with it, we'll just leave some peasants. Yeah, lovely. Okay. And with that, we have almost a full stack over in Summer Breather. So we need to get that moving. Right, we basically have ourselves 2, not quite 2 full stacks yet, but yeah, we've got our stacks to move. I'd almost rather these the other way around. I wouldn't mind dealing with this town, but we'll just leave it for the moment. We'll just swing everything at Alesia. Both armies can head in that direction. These guys, can we retrain the javelins anywhere? I don't think we can, which is a bit of a shame. So we'll just do a little bit of merging, and that'll be absolutely fine. Okay, so 2.80. Excellent news. And we'll end down. Okay, I need to go talk to the diplomat over in Sivio, don't I? Okay, amazing, funny catching one of your streams. Just want to say I love the channel and best total content out there. Thank you, Bencrofty Games 88. Very much appreciate that. Do spread the good news, the goodly news of the channel. Tom Tiakam has a market. That's good news. Get ourselves more spies. And to be honest, at this point, yes, we will get the stables here because we could do with stables somewhere. Vickers Coffee Port. There's another stables. And Trier has a stockade. I'm not going to worry about anything else there. Oh, they've run into the rebels. Okay, maybe that's a sign. Oh, I've broken the game. Maybe that's a sign of yeah, something. Oh well, we'll send our spy off in various directions to make sure we know what is going on. You know what? I'm going to send a detachment to go and deal with this. Assuming there's nothing too much in that part of the world. We're going to send these 4 units. Do I have any more screeching women? I should do. Oh no, he already took the women with him. No, the women are staying. Women are going to stay. Oh yeah, there actually are some there as well. 31. You know what, ladies? Try and get the experience on the 80. There we go. Okay, so keep the 80 back here. These... is that going to be fine? Should be fine. This is plenty enough to be heading forward. Okay, build some peasants just to hold the fort. You guys can move over here. I don't really know what's over here, but it should be fine. It normally isn't anything too big. And recruitment reports. Quite a few troops, actually, at this point. So... unfortunately, that unit got itself killed before, but we will instead this time get ourselves off the boat. And we're going to take on these guys. Is it better to do this in the town? It might actually be better in the town, but it's absolutely grand. We got ourselves druids and we got ourselves another unit of warband back there. So yeah, so 2 experience on them all. It kind of made me sad to give up these guys on the rebel campaign because, you know, 2 experience, it's very nice, but those warband, if you're playing the rebel campaign, those warband are expensive, damn it. They have to all go. To be sure, Captain Brackham drove all the Germans out of Ireland, yes, until the next one showed up a year later. Does Germany have any range units? Not many. I think we get the skirmishes and then we get pretty much just straight to the chosen archer warband. I don't even think there's no archers. There might be. I might be misspeaking there. But I have a feeling we only get the chosen archer warband, which is fine because they are elite, but we've just got to survive until we get to that position. Right, we just need to, this occasion, yeah, get the 2 units just a little bit more overlapping because we're going to have to keep this pretty sensible. I'm trying to keep it as wide as possible just to be safe. I probably should have checked the battlefield a little bit more than I did. I don't say it's fairly straight, but there's a little bit of a hill situation going on. So we'll walk ourselves over hither. And there are some reinforcements from there. You know what, I'll let them come to me by and large. So yeah, we'll just swing ourselves over here. The sort of angle of this is a little bit awkward, but it's okay. Right. Get ourselves over here. All should be good. Germany is pouring range. It doesn't have many options, but its chosen archer warband are excellent. So I would say, yeah, the lack of oranges is the lack of siege equipment is kind of my main gripe with it. Actually, I'm just going to try wandering around the slow way. It's going to be a bit tedious, I'm afraid. But we're just going to do the wander because unfortunately they're on a bit of a hill here, so it's going to be very, very slow. So there we are. There's not much to say. I used to be a game developer and retired now, kind of a boomer. Oh, it's fine. The early Total Wars were much the better ones. So thank you for all of your grand sacrifice. What kind of bits were you doing that were? Is more what I'm intrigued at, I suppose. Like, were you more like doing the art stuff, or more like you say like game developer? I guess that's more like the coding side of things rather than like the art and things. But you know, suddenly this is a game that like. I think for like 20 years on, in fact 21 years, was it 2004 this? 2003, 2004. But yeah, for 20 years on, this game kind of still has a very good charm to its looks. I mean, it's a bit rough in some edges, but it looks pretty nice overall. I think it does a very good job. Yeah, certainly an intriguing thing. Would it be worth a dash into Scythia for some mercenary horse archers? That's a good point. Would it be worth a dash into Scythia for it? We could nip into Scythia for some horse archers. I guess the main thing is that we don't have any battles going on in that part of the world right now, but yes, I could actually go and send some down for this Gallic campaign if some could run back across. Good idea indeed. Let's see, they are mostly organised now. We're actually much wider than we need to be, but I think we should be absolutely fine. I'm going to try repeating the same trick. Their reinforcements are arriving, which is slightly affecting them here. We've got ourselves, yes, maybe the rebels tried to build a Stonehenge on turn 1 and ran out of money. I don't know. Sometimes this kind of thing does reflect what was going on in the settlement. Oh, they're actually moving their men out a little bit. I'm actually going to swing across a little bit here. I want to use this as a pincer point, actually. Put your pikes down. Stop what you're doing. Pikes down. Pikes. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to send the general through since they're already in an annoying position. There we are. They just got themselves routing. Okay. Not quite the plan, but it just about did the job. These guys can wander into position. Just going to mop them up with the general. In some ways, that's kind of worked quite nicely to my advantage. Yeah, sometimes you see these little things in the battle map like this and just generally refer to what was actually built in the town. So they are trying to flank again. I'm just going to tell him to move in this direction. You just hold our position over there. I'm just going to get these guys dealt with by the cavalry, to be honest. The general should be able to charge into him. Okay. Spears are largely okay. Right, we've got a bit of a hill now. A bit of a hill. Charge the general down. It's pretty fresh. Nothing's really happened yet. And blow the horn of destiny. And an immediate break, as I anticipated. Excellent news. And with that, these guys should be in a pretty poor position. Looks like the druids are trying to withdraw at this point. They won't get the opportunity to. These guys are going to break in a moment. To be honest, yeah, that's it. Let's go after the druids. Down goes the general. And a little bit of an awkward battle to start with, but nice job. Chase after them. They might be more tired than us if we are lucky, but we are the ones who have been moving. So charge down those druids. How close are they to the edge? Oh no, they're miles away from the edge of the battle map. So you guys try and swing across, but I think some of them will get away. I mean, they're rebels, so this should be complete annihilation automatically, actually. So that's true, Thomas. That is very, very true. So, General, get yourself out of there, because he's actually getting himself slightly damaged by those druids. They're not bad, actually. Okay, the druids actually want to fight. That's fine. We'll go and fight them. These guys, get yourself back in phalanx and walk slowly towards the enemy. They're going to chase them down, make sure they don't regroup. That's fine by me. General can do his lovely, lovely work. And that's fine. Okay, just bear in mind sometimes they might regroup and cause you problems. Mostly mopped up. And at this point, are they still trying to flee or are they just chasing us? We just need to be sure of that. So, looks like they're chasing us. That's fine. You move over here, spear warband. And that should just about get him into position to get poked by you as they arrive into the spikes. So, nope. What is he doing now? For Pete's sake. They're being ridiculous. Right, blow the horn of destiny and have another charge into the side. Keep the general out of it, if at all possible. These guys are struggling to reorganise themselves. But the druids do just keep fighting a little bit too long. Having a little wave around, but yeah, don't really want to lose my general here, but it's good to get him bloodied a little bit. He's probably going to be stuck on the island, not doing an awful lot. Unless I find another general like the Berserker lad who's going to need to stay there forever. General's right in front of them at this point, so that's not the angle I want to hit them. What I want to do is line up on the hill here. And as the Horn of Destiny gets set, in a few seconds we can charge down the hill of them. Just to slowly wander for a moment. We're tired, but there we are. Okay, sorry, I thought this battle would end sooner than it did, but apparently we're still going. Charge him down. And blow the horn. Oh, down goes the druid. And with that, the battle is done. We just lost down to 14. We lost quite a few men in that. Amazing said. Okay. Oof. Okay. Am I right in here in previous stream we mentioned live in Spain? If so, whereabouts? What's the story behind you? Maybe I was a Brit looking to move there myself. I'm down in Andalusia. So not too far. Gibraltar's on the horizon. I can have my hand to my chest and look and see British land across in the distance. But yeah, I'm down on the Costa del Sol. So yeah, I started moving here. I mean, I'm a teacher by trade, primary school teacher. Teaching in England is awful. I think it's a general experience. So teachers, oh, boo-ans. Oh no. You can move slightly more. You can move slightly more. Occupy, and now there's no zone of control. They can move. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, low tax rate will be fine. Get some land clearance. You're allowed some land clearance. We won't bother retraining these guys. That's fine. I might just get a peasant and we'll wander off. Actually, peasant. They were pretty much ready to grow, weren't they? 1945. Okay, well, we will build the peasant anyway. They're pretty close to grow at this point. But yeah, teaching in England is it's just such a grim thing. Like it's not a very good atmosphere for work. The middle upper management treat everyone like utter shite, it should be said. And as much as I love the teaching, I love the kids, I thought I would try a different working environment, so I moved over here. I'm actually doing more tutoring stuff this year. I've been working in a British school over here for 3 years, but I've left there. Different problems, if not nowhere near as bad, much better. But yeah, some different things. I'm going to retrain. I'm going to work with neurodiverse children. Kind of specifically going to retrain towards like autism stuff. So it's kind of like moving here in the first place. I'm going to stick with that here, to be honest, because the schools out here, there isn't a lot with these British international schools. There's not a lot of people helping with neurodiversity, so there's plenty of reason to stay, even with the move. But yeah, so maybe basically for a better work situation, but also just the life balance. It's actually today we've had a massive lightning storm. It's been horrific the last few days, but in general, about 25 days of January, February, December are just 20 degrees and sun, and if that's your winter, life is a lot happier. So go out and play some tennis at 5 o'clock in February and it's 20 degrees and sunny. I mean, who can argue with that? So there we are. As long as you don't have to deal too much with Spanish bureaucracy, all is good. And actually, I even had a good experience with the Spanish bureaucracy yesterday. So apparently, the world has turned into a better place. But no, I would say it's a nice way of life down here, personally. Okay, I think for now, a good place to end our turn, apart from this guy's been standing here for about 20 turns. Do we want... I'm just going to go and speak to 3. So I'm just going to give them, honestly, just like 50 money. It's a positive deal and it's a gift. We're not... Oh, they declined. Maybe they found it offensive. It's like giving someone a 50 pence coin. I'll take 50 pence. I'll tell you what you give me. Macedonia, Scythia. What is Scythia's situation? They're still neutral. There's always the chance that they end up at war, but Alliance would not be a good thing. Well, you clearly know what my victory conditions are. Okay, well, I guess we'll go back towards the Macedonians at this point. So Dacia is still Thracian. Oh, interesting. The Dacian original territories have been eaten by Thrace. That's really nice because I'd quite like to... I mean, actually, there are some good mines in this part of the world, but I would quite like to kind of keep my border away from Thrace if at all possible. We can be friends, but across a very nice border. That would probably be the ideal situation. Okay, I want to see if this army decides to do anything. I might just... do I want to posture a little bit? I think we're going to go and stand on my watchtower here. He can't make it to the town anyway. That's fine by me. To be honest, I might start changing some of these tax rates now that we are a little bit... we've grown in a few more places. You can be very high. Why not? We'll take our time with that. That's very high. Borders-Holland is getting there. 180 here. You're getting there as well, but I won't turn that tax rate up until we have got over the line. Okay, we're getting there towards the Gallic campaigns. We'll just have to end our turn, see what nonsense occurs. And we're now starting to get to all of the zeros of doom because live streams are more safe than a casual episode of the series of a series on the channel here. Okay, we'll end our turn. See what's going on. I can see some discussions about the game mechanics and all that sort of stuff in the background, which is cool. With this decision, I go for a campaign against Gaul and Rome. That would give you access to far better army faster, or Peace of Rome to dash to Iberia to get improved roster and good mercs. Yeah, I agree. If we were playing this campaign, playing a standard campaign here, I think you just want to smash my rebels for me. Guessing that's what's just happened. Yeah, definitely. We'd swing through Gaul and into Italy and destroy the Romans before they got too strong. That is pretty much always the plan if you can get to... See if we're in Dacia at war. Okay, everyone's just jumping on Dacia. Which, again, I'd like to end up with... Do I want a queen come, actually? I don't want my... I don't mind Thrace having that. Levarvum would actually be ideal, though. So, Levarvum is the one that I'd like to have, potentially. Going forward, anyway. Let's send a spy down there. If they don't have a general, they might all die out before that even happens. So what I need to do... Oh, Carolus, interesting. Yeah, back to that chat about the general ideas. But yes, I think in general, yeah, we would want to go and smash Rome. But of course, we are technically playing towards the short victory conditions here. So whilst I have been wandering off against the Britons and the Gauls a bit here, that's given us the tech we need to face Scythia, because we need the archers for that. We can't get that till we've got our cities up. So hence, yes, Vickers Gothy over here. That's going to need to pump out archers in this part of the world. And... that would be the plan. We could just send a full stack of our warband archers against them. So, Priest of Woden, +2 command for infantry and recovery from wounds. That's an excellent bonus. Restrained, not a great thing, but to be honest, we do have some rebels we need to mop up. So, you existing might not be the worst thing in the world. Stoic philosophy. So the Stoics have arrived. It's a shame. Life is about enjoyment. Even if it comes with lows, you must enjoy the highs. Okay, they are responding to this army, which is very interesting because I quite happily, to be honest, yeah, go in potentially just intercept them then with this force, which is, I think, going to work out very nicely. Just the javelins need to be thrown together, and okay, leave those javelins behind, but yeah, go and head out here. Do we want any more cav? Not really. I would rather them not have the cav, but I don't want to spend my money on it. So you get another one of those. That would be excellent. Market blacksmith. I don't think we'll be building lots of troops here, really, so let's not worry about the blacksmith. Let's just get market. It's a good trading town. Okay, damn communal farming. That's good to see. We're going to get ourselves more and more growth. Are you a Freya? No, you're a Donar. Oh yes, of course, because as we go down the tech tree, we have, yeah, some of them are going to get our cav out. So Donar will eventually get our berserkers, and Woden gets us the Gothic cavalry. Yes, that's right. So yeah, we need someone to get us some of the different units. We need to get berserkers out on the field. Hopefully next episode we can maybe get to see something like that. We need a city big enough. I'll be honest, I'm pretty certain Alesia will be big enough. High King's Hall, 8,000. That's what you want to see. Hopefully they can build that up to like get some more tech built actually. Yeah, so High King's Hall right now, that is the tier 3. I'm pretty certain that's tier 3. So where's my building browser? Tier 3, tier 3, tier 3. Yeah, that's the High King's Hall. I am not mistaken there. Hopefully they can spend a bit more time and energy on that tech. We're going to go deal with these guys. Recruitment report before we do. Spy in Tomtiacum. Oh yeah, we already have a spy there. But let's go and make sure we know what's going on down here as well. You were the one moving towards the Dachshunds or Dacia. I say Dacia because that's the car advert, so I assume that's technically correct. The best kind of correct. I refer you to a Futurama quote. And yeah, we've got ourselves a few people over here. I mean, this guy, he's 33 right now with a silver chevron. He could be useful going forward. 44. I mean, okay, you're not going to be involved in this war going forward, so I think we might want you to start heading off. Yeah, we probably do want him heading off in a different direction, but for now the problem is there are a few rebels here. It's probably in this pile in the middle. So we need to... I think that we got a little bit of money. We'll spend a couple... Yeah, get a couple units out of there. Trier, just continue to restock that from Tomtiacum. Thank you very much. I think we just clicked out of the screen there for a moment. Tomtiacum was getting itself things. So you and Dindam. Okay, we sent our spies out at this point, have we? That's good news. Yeah, that's where the other one is. Just over towards, well, I say Alesia, maybe get towards Lemon Town. Yeah, over towards Lemon Town. And the Alesia guy can stay there for all the time being. Okay, we don't have any cav here, so actually I wouldn't mind. Maybe I do want to scrap one or two of these things. I wouldn't mind actually. How much are you? Oh, I'm just short. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? You know what? We'll scrap a couple of them. We'll scrap a couple for the time being. We don't need them this turn, but I'd rather get some cav and make sure we mop up this army as much as possible. So we'll head on to them. Give them a good conking over their head. There we go. 700 men taken out. Oh, and a few dogs. Lovely. Well, you know, the cav... We brought cav and immediately there are dogs. Brilliant. No general, but there are some druids and some dogs and a bit of cav actually. So they do have the cavalry advantage, and I only have myself a couple units to guard my flanks. So we'll head on in and we'll just see what happens. Alright. So it's better around medium-sized units. The hardest is playing with small units. If using larger huge units, make it easy difficulty-wise. Okay. Sorry, just reading in the chats there about the game design stuff. I think we'll just get immediately on with the battle. Slight hill over here. Okay. Yes, I think we want to do that. Some nice farming going on in the region, by the way. Is this our region still? I think we're still in our lands. We are... Okay, we're going to be a little bit chunky right now, but I might reorganise this in a minute once we actually have a bit more width on the battle map to deal with. Okay, get the screeching women over there. Get our cav in the middle. Okay, excellent. Game mechanics, history, research, game concept, that sort of thing, plus coding. Okay, interesting to hear. It's nice to hear from people who actually been involved in the making of the game. Been following you for a while. Very entertaining. A nice niche product. Congrats. Yes, this is... niche would be how I describe the channel for sure. But, you know, you got to do what you enjoy. And this is what I enjoy doing. It's all very, very silly and fun. Okay, I actually don't need to be anywhere near as wide as this by the looks of it. But I wouldn't mind being fairly wide. I might just use the line of... Actually, you know what? It's better for the screeching women to be that side, because this is going to have more of an open end to it, because the red line of doom is over there. So we'll get ourselves moving nice and swiftly. It's a balmy to 3 degrees Celsius here. Yay! I mean, to be honest, it's not warm today. It's supposed to be raining all week, and it was... I mean, I was just awake at 4 AM with very, very loud thunderstorms. and it was probably like a mile or two away. It was, you know, a couple seconds worth between the lightning and the thunder. So yes, but yes, it's still definitely warmer. Although the Spanish houses are not built for the for the cold, or I should say, down south, the Andalus houses are not built for the cold. So winter can be a lot cooler in the houses than you might think, especially as mine does not have a fireplace, as I'm in a big apartment block. So none of that for me. But there we go. What are you teaching in Spain? I'm a primary school teacher, so generally, well, while I've been here, I've been teaching like 8, 9-year-olds, that kind of age. Although I do end up teaching music. Well, my old school, I was teaching music to like the whole school, because I, for some reason, the first year I was there, I was like the only one really teaching music really like consistently, and felt confident with it, because primary school teachers have to like teach everything, you know, like English, maths, science, art. Mine, we didn't have to do physical education, gym or PE, whatever you call it in your country. But yeah, for me, very much teaching that kind of primary school age for what I do. But then yeah, because I'm more tutoring now, because I'm, as I'm saying, I'm going a little bit more freelance, which partly why we've got the sort of membership stuff for the channel here these days, because I've a bit more freelance, I've got a bit more time and opportunity to do this stuff, which has been very, very exciting. So we're just going to get these guys a little bit. I'd rather be slightly heavier on the high side here, but I'm really mucking up my formation as I do this, so just got to be careful. General just needs to stay back a little bit. You can run into position, because I feel like we're getting just a little bit awkward here. Okay, naked fanatics. You're just going to make sure nothing silly happens on our flanks, but we are very wide anyway. Actually, the cav on this side are a little bit closer than I maybe like. Screech, please, Paula. Time to screech. Yeah, and just get yourself moving a little bit. We do have a slight engagement. That's good. Okay. We're getting ourselves into minor engagement at this time. Just sort of keep moving forward. Okay, you just need to turn and face them at this point. General, go in, mop up that cav, because they're about to charge into Paula, and we don't want that. Yes, just deal with them. There are a few missiles coming into troops somewhere. I just want to get my general onto these guys as much as possible. Get the axe ladies on them as well. That will be marvellous. And let's just now focus on this. Yeah, you get into about there. That'll be fine. This line is not ideal. So just do that. You just walk slowly like there. That'll be perfect. You can just walk into that space. You can just walk into that space. Walk into that space. Etc, etc. Check the general doesn't die to these cav. It's fine. Paula arrived just in time. Been surprisingly useful, the Paulas, to be honest, and a lot more use than you might have imagined they do. General needs to go and mop up what he can. The cavalry should be doing that a little bit as well. Got the naked fanatics running over there at this point. Just gonna run these guys over hither, and they look like they're charging into these, to be honest. So we'll just let the spiky twist maneuver do its job. There are some skirmishes over here. We're just going to have to ignore those hits, take the knocks as they go. Well, my general's charging to spearmen there, but no, it's actually just oh, the cav did manage to charge through, but they took a bit of damage doing it. Bit of a shame. Where are the dogs, by the way? There were dogs in this army. I think they must have been released a long time ago. I did see a load of death at the start, so I'm guessing they were released a long time ago, and that's someone who's running away at this point. There are the warhounds. Okay, that's fine. General's just ploughing into all these guys at the rear. And at this point, the general is routing as well. There's victory and glory. Okay, excellent. Goats make good eating indeed. Kid is very delicious. I haven't had a curry goat for a long time. They only have Jamaican food in Spain. Well, I've seen anyway. So we'll have to deal with that. Get onto those barbarian cav, actually. I don't want them coming back particularly, although it seems like you just failed on that job. Okay, mop up as much as we can. I think we're largely done for this battle. Joe might as well get as far forward as he can just to mop up everything. What are you? You're just a warband, not a warhound. I think we've got them dealt with. yeah, let's just make sure we get some of these other units. So we'll just tell them to like run in various directions, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. You get back over here. There's only 10 of them. Getting those druids, we don't want the druids coming back because they're still a morale thingy, even if there's not many of them. Actually, I don't know how exactly that works. The volume of the unit makes a big difference or not. I would imagine not. I imagine just the unit in general works and it's just got a radius around it, but you never know. You never know, Jibber. And we're just having to do a little bit of a slow, tedious mop-up job here. Just sort of stuff that is always being edited out normally, particularly on Empire. I'm finding Empire is taking forever to mop up units. I'm spending a long time just mopping up units at the end of battles, desperately. I guess also I'm shorter on cav than with most forces on Total War. Okay. Thank you for sharing your story. Alesia is loving your story. Super nice. Definitely agree with the work-life balance and climate in the winter. Indeed. And there are so many beautiful places around here to go see, you know. So, can't argue with that. Yeah, between like, you know, Seville and Cadiz and Cordoba. Malaga's lovely. Most people use Malaga as an airport, but it's a beautiful place. It's got some great museums. It's brilliant for like, you know, the food marketplace. It's great for like a tapasy lunch. The Alcazaba, the castle, is really good fun. Go there with the kids at school as well. Because it's good to kind of imagine, you know, running up these sort of very narrow kind of hilled bits as you climb up the castle, basically. And it's just being shot down from above, and you know, and kept in narrow streets as you try and climb the castle. It's a cool place. And there's just even like Roman ruins. There's a really cool Roman ruin if you're down near Gibraltar, Tarifa, which is like the most southern tip of Europe. Near Tarifa, there's a place, Bel Claudia, which is like an old Roman fishing port town, and it was just covered up because it's a big sand dune area around there. It was covered up by sand for a long time. I think it was only discovered like a few years ago. It's really recent archaeology going on there. It's where they were like making garum, because it's just on the Atlantic coast. It's just after the Straits of Gibraltar, so it's where they used to get some more of their Atlantic fish to help making the garum. And as I say, it's got one of the sort of most randomly new sort of like Roman town. It's not a big Roman town, but you can basically wander around it. It's got quite a lot of active archaeology going on, so I would recommend that. Bel Claudia, near over in the near Tarifa. Anyway, but anyway, yes, Andalusia is lovely, and I did a Christmas here this year, which was also nice, just to have a bit of sun at Christmas. Right, we've already seen all the end of term stuff, haven't we? Because that wasn't the end of the term. That was just mopping up some Gauls. So, where are we? We're looking fairly solid in these positions. They must be feeling threatened at Alesia, because we've got, two sets of like 14 units coming at them. And that's not looking too friendly for them. We could actually buy another Merc Cav here. And, you know, I will, just because it stops them hiring them. They can hire all the other Mercs they want. I don't care. So we're going to have one ram next turn. One ram will be fine, so long as we pick our approach correctly. Up here. Now you, my good sir. We can't build the tower. Of course we can't. We're going to take these 2 units anyway. We'll dump them over here. Go have a little holiday over in Carnarvon or something, which probably doesn't exist yet. But there we are. Right, we're going to send this general around Britain, just laying down watchtowers. The sort of thing I generally edit out when I'm playing the game, but I do tend, you'll notice, to cover pretty much every spot on the map with watchtowers. How about conquering a Quincum and sell it to the Thracians for a good amount of clams? Ooh, clams. Alamijas. I do love some good clams. They're very common around here as well. Empire? Definitely. Medieval 2? Yeah, maybe. On Rome, trying to sell settlements? Very rare that the AI will take that. I'm kind of happy having it. If I manage to end up with it, I'll be fine, because it's a good border on the Danube here. It does slightly threaten the Romans in time, although, there's Dalmatia and Illyria. For now, the Romans aren't in that area. I just want to stay clear of the Roman War until we've kind of done the short campaign. Rome can be like the epilogue episode, or many episodes, as kind of almost happened last time with the Thracian ones. But there we are. Okay, we will save that up. That's some more Gauls defeated. And our diplomat will continue to plod along. This is on stream. This is on stream. And good luck with your career. My wife is in the spectrum of autism, so my 2 daughters. It's a complicated field. Yeah, it's a bit of a strange field because it seems like it's a bit Wild West in terms of like the training and things like that. There's not a lot of clear paths. No traits. The most boring man in the world has re-emerged for Johanna. Well, we're going to accept him anyway because he's 18. And to be honest, our traits aren't looking good in general. We'll just take the extra cavalry, to be honest. Tyro has some land clearance. We'll build a road. Why not? Because he is going to be over here, so we'll build a couple watchtowers. This is really just for my own happiness, really. But we'll spend our time and waste our money on all of this and go see what the world's got to offer. And, you know, 4 will probably cover Ireland very nicely. As for this guy, head back down to Londinium. Plague in Macedonia, shame for them. 256, we've reached that a lot quicker than we did on the Thracian campaign. It's a bit less of a tight campaign. The Thracian one was difficult indeed. Ah, strongest faction. Well, okay, my economy is not as big as it could be, but we are spending it quite nicely. Now, we can all get to this spot at Alesia. The general probably needs to stay to swing over here. So we need to use this general. So we need to use this army first and foremost. So I'm going to send... I want to attack the town from there. Oh, the gate's open. I don't think we want to do that, but that's exciting. Okay, so it's under siege. We're going to send them around there. This force over here, I want to just block this, actually, is what I want to do. I don't need to go and heal this or defend that straight away. What I do need to do is get as much as I need for Alesia. I'd rather face people out in the field, but unfortunately we don't get the opportunity. We've got 6 turns till surrender. I'll probably just continue with that for the time being. The mercs are just useless. They have some swordsmen. Good to know. A couple of javelin men. 3 javelin men could cause us problems. That's also important to bear in mind. It's a young lad, uncontrollable rage, minus influence, but not morale. That's not untouched by fear. But lily livered, that equals it out. Okay, he's down to 0 when it comes to morale. This guy, however, is pretty good, all things considered. Natural born leader. He's got himself all the armour, the famous warrior, veteran warrior, natural born leader, lively ambusher, commander Victor. Victor's more about other things than this. Yeah, actually, we don't really have too much morale stuff going on in this battle for either side. But how much do I need? This guy's supposed to block the path. So, Cav not going to be so important for the city, so let's not worry about that. Screeching Women, since we got 1 in both army, that will be fine. What I wouldn't mind is, yeah, swordsmen. Let's get some swordsmen. These guys can block the line as they are. Javelins would be helpful because I don't have them in this army at all. That'd be more helpful with that army to bait people. Am I happy with this half stack that's left? Probably yes, that will do. I don't need this to be a full army, so we're just going to siege them out for the time being. This force, yeah, I'm just going to stand there. I think that's the best plan for the time being. We'll see what moves they want to make. Ideally, they don't swing back to Lemon Town, but if they do, that's what they do. For the time being, well, they don't have this town. They don't have it, do they? That's amusing. Okay, well, the gates are open, but that's going to be suicidal to do. I will get Rams anyway, because he might as well have the situation as prepared as possible. We have ourselves yet more of that nonsense going on. Send the general over here and we can deal with that in time. These extra generals I've got over here do need to move west. So the slightly older chap, you can move over to Tontiacum. We've got the young lad to do other stuff. I don't think there are any rebels en route, so I think we're fine with that regard. Levarvum looks very, very weak, to be honest, but it does have a general, so it won't just melt the moment that we take it. Okay. Where are we with the chat as well? Coolest faction in the game is SPQR. I mean, Purple Romans. How cool are they? I mean, I have got a couple SPQR campaigns. We've got the pacifist run. We just wait for the Romans to attack me. That's interesting. It's an interesting ploy of like balancing money but also being strong enough, because the AI will totally attack you as SPQR. If you play as SPQR, your allies will do what you can't do, and they'll stab you in the back because they'll see you as weak, particularly as you can't really keep the army that you're given if you want to have an economy. So it's interesting trying to like build up that force over time to get stronger and stronger, so that eventually, you know, you need to have as few troops as possible, but elite ones. So there's 3 experience Principe that you get at the start, and then you upgrade the armor. They don't get temples, the SPQR, so you don't get those upgrades either. So it's kind of interesting, although I think I might have modded it so I could get them. I don't remember. I may have, I may not have. In theory, you could just get all of them, so maybe I should have done that if I didn't. There's also another campaign where I just blitz all of the other Romans with SPQR. So there's a couple of campaigns for you there if you're interested. I love Jerez. Yes, I have been to Jerez just the once. I should probably go back because I was a bit distracted when I went there. I kind of went to kind of get something done, and I didn't really explore as much as I would like to. But yeah, that kind of area, Jerez, Cadiz, it's not far from Seville either. So Sevilla. We're just going to start numbering now. 9-1. We're going to head into here, clear them out, and then we're just going to try and hold this down. We have reinforcements if we need to. But yes, I should go back to Jerez. Coolest faction, yes, exactly. I think they're asking if you're playing on Steam or disc, not stream. I did. My eyes are blurry. They did write Steam, not stream. I am playing on Steam. Yes. I think just because on this computer, that's how I've got it set up. I think there's no disk drive on the computer, basically, because modern computers don't do that. I say modern. I think I got this computer when I started the channel, so this does not count as a modern computer, is what I would suggest. It was very good at the time, not so much now. But a friend of mine at the time was a game developer, or it still is actually, but he helped set up my computer system for this. Right, okay. Ryan tells it, I'll watch this after I get off work tonight. Looking forward to it. I hope you enjoy. You modded the Temple of Vulcan and actually watched the series 2 days ago. Yay! Okay, so I set up with Vulcan. I have a feeling I just set up like 1 or 2 that I wanted. But yes, you could in theory set up with all 9 of them, but that might be a little bit silly and probably quite redundant. So, Screeching Women are going to get in. I'm just going for the wall, not the door. While I have to repair it, this tower is very close, and yeah, that one's a little bit further away. We probably do. We actually don't have experience on these guys, so let's bear that in mind. This is inexperienced force, so maybe we should, yeah, get them lined up in a couple columns, ready to bum rush our way inside if that's what you want to do. It normally reacts to you breaking down the walls and tries to kind of guard the, try and guard the gateway a little bit. Maybe the women will at least help out with the battle a little bit. But we are going to be a tad inflexible. So, let's see how this goes. Great deeds indeed. So there we are. Smashy, smashy. Let the slaughter begin. We'll let the ladies put down their axes, I would suppose. These guys can go off of that. Get those spear warband. Just get them to cover this side. Yeah, you go over here. In the unlikely event that they end up over there, we're just going to block that up. And you come over here. Okay, rush into those positions and we'll be absolutely grand. These guys can follow on in. Specifically, they can just get themselves over here. Get yourselves out of that and start running on in. Lovely stuff. Okay. They will run with blood. What I don't actually want is my strong unit to be the one blocking over there, but just make sure there's nothing in that part of the world. They only had a couple units, didn't they? So yeah, a couple of them up there, that's fine. We can get ourselves organised over here now. Spears. And we'll get us a nice straight 4. Come on. Come on. Nice 4 at the back. There we are. Nice additional formation here. Got a goalkeeper, we've got a 4 at the back, and we're just going to play a flat back 4 here and walk straight towards the enemy. Lovely. Okay, that'll be fine. We're just going to have to speed this up as we get on going. So, this should be interesting. Should be absolutely fine. They're not really making any moves towards us. And yeah, so it looks like they just both merged together. Yes, it looks like it. Yeah, 121, 120. Fine. I have left the timer on for this siege, but this is quite a small scale still. Alesia will have to ponder if we want to go and deal with that, because Alesia could be good fun to do, but I don't think it's very sensible to go and do. I'm probably going to do what I would think is the best plan, which is just siege them out. They'll probably come for us at some point. They're now getting antsy. They want to do it. One unit's kind of chitter-chatting, but nothing much happening yet. Okay, let's get ourselves beyond the choke point. Spread out. Oh! Don't know what these guys are doing, but they're going to come on in. Okay, get the screeching women. These guys are just going to have to like get out and move into position, to be honest. Screeching women can just do some screeching. These guys are being a little bit foolish, but actually have largely got away with it. They've lost 5 or 10. Not too much. Okay, about 10-ish. They are still eager and fresh. That's fine by me. Okay. So, I'm just going to tell these guys to walk in this direction. Hopefully that will they'll just turn it around. They are going to start poking. Okay. And just stop there. Stop there, stop there, stop there. That's going to distract them. There's a tree somewhat blocking our guys. That's fine. Okay, and likewise you walk into this direction. And the meat grinder? No, this one unit just wants to have a bit of a silly day. Okay, Mr. Meat Grinder isn't going to happen, but it's fine. You keep walking forward. Yay! Melting, and down goes Steve. So if you were in position doing what you were supposed to do, they would walk straight into you there, mate. But oh well. You get out of formation, and just for Pete's sake, it's a good thing these guys are back in time, because otherwise you'd be in trouble there. Probably wouldn't, because they're absolutely just broken and routing like utter fools. Okay, so we'll just get people into various positions, and if any of them want to do anything sensible, they can. You guys can just walk slowly towards the enemy, and I think we'll be fine. You get these guys into this one. For some reason they're routing away from the plaza, which seems a little bit odd. I think dogs do that sometimes. The handlers, that is, because the handlers aren't the unit, and so the handlers, if they're left on the plaza, and they can start routing. Very strange, but kind of amusing. Right, you guys start walking over here. These guys are going to finally consider if they want to do something stupid or sensible. And we'll just walk into them, and we'll hopefully be fine. Get their screeching paulers over here. Now, obviously, this little sacred stone in the middle is going to get in the way, but to be honest, it's mostly not. What are you doing now, sir? Oh well, they're all being a bit stupid about it. Couple you, just you know what, General, just stand at the back. You're the General. Just stand at the back. Just leave it to the other lads. Even these guys have worked it out at this point. That's a numpties. Well, we're going to get a little bit of a meat grinder here. Where are my screeching lasses? Did we just break? Looked like something broke there, but it might have been like one of their last unit. Oh, yes. That actually we don't need to close the gap at all. The sandwich, the meat grinder is working. Oh, lovely. These guys, for some reason, are using their swords. Get out, your daggers, you numpties. Get yourself in that position, and we can close them out slowly and painfully. This is what you get. Yeah, asterisks, Gallic fools. Anyway, starting at Alesia, one of the Gaul sent reinforcements. I don't know what reinforcements they're going to have. They don't even have Londinium. They don't have Marseille. They have nowhere to send them from. The only other ones are in between the two, this town and that town. And we've now got this town, and we've got an army blocking the way. So, yeah, I'm going to keep a spy around to see what's going on. But for the time being, I'll siege them out for a couple turns, and we'll see what's going on. If time is expedient, then I will deal with it. But there we are. Some good piking work there. Lovely stuff. Okie dokie. So the battle was crazy. I can't see. Okay, for some reason I've got the heart in the way of the last comment. I can't quite see what the full comment is. For some reason my thing on OBS is not letting me see. But there we are, some good casualties inflicted by all there. Sadly, no experience. This is where auto-resolve would be lovely if it worked. But obviously we died the one time we did an auto-resolve. Right, we shall occupy, because these guys aren't going anywhere anytime soon. We will repair it. We will try and build a wall up. Oh, Axemen. They've got some proper units here. But this guy by himself isn't going to besiege us. But I could poke him away, but to be honest, I'd probably just leave things as they are. Tempted to get an Axeman. I will get an Axeman, just to give me some manoeuvrability should I need it. And that'll be lovely. Yeah, you just block the pass here for the time being. Actually, move one back. That will be perfect. Okay, nice position here. 700 to spend. Could really do... I was going to say I could do a vision, but yes, of course, this is the problem. He's in the way. Tom Tiaka, maybe just one more spy out on the field. I like spies. I like vision. I like to know what's actually going on. And I think mostly we've run out of money. For some reason we can see this tiny patch of Assyria. I guess someone knows about Hatra. Otherwise, that doesn't make an awful lot of sense. By the way, you're quite close to my borders. I know you're just no, that's the Thracian. I'm not Thrace anymore, Thomas. You are no longer Thrace. Remember that. Okay, we're going to talk to Macedonia again. See if they want to be friends these days. Now that we've had a bit more time to think about being friends. Down here is still Gaul. Did it say no? It's not under siege. At war with them. Yes, I am. But the Julii aren't doing anything about them. Very intriguing. Okay, I think it's pretty an end turn sort of time. Things are looking very good here. The Gauls are, well, they gotta find a way to save Alesia or they're done. I mean, they've got tons of territory still. Oh, yeah, they want to take the guy on. They don't want to deal with Condate Redonum. They want to head straight on in. So, wow, no general. Just one barb cav and a load of infantry. We can line up ours against theirs. We've even got the cav to out-cav them. Oh, beautiful. Let's swing on in. Okay. I was just making reference to the Caesar's siege at Alesia. Ah, yes, of course. Yes, we could siege. We're going to get sieged ourselves. I see what you're suggesting now. But there is no Vercingetorix because they don't have that territory. Actually, they do the Narbo Martyrs, don't they? Was he down that region? Or am I just thinking of a particular battle? Probably thinking of a particular battle. They have moments left to live. Can you do some ambushes? I'd love to do some ambushes. Not really had quite the opportunities for them just yet, but certainly we can. I think there might well be the opportunity for it. I mean, we could hide in... I mean, this is too good of a blockade position to not take up, so I stuck with it. But yes, I do agree. A blockade. Yeah, an ambush would be lovely, particularly once we start getting like Night Raiders, some of those other like units. But we're still in this kind of early phalanxy stage of the army here, which, to be honest, will do us for quite a while. Certainly until we go and face Scythia. So we'll see if they come to us, because I do have a nice rock on this flank, and I like to use any of these little things if we get them on the battlefield. They are the attackers, of course, so they should come and deal with us. I'm actually going to get my got my general cav to come and deal with the cav as well, but they've just got spikes. We'll let them run into us and get themselves killed, so they can run forward. Don't know if they're going to try and outflank. That looks like they are, actually. Interesting indeed. So probably in that case I want to swing our Lady Paulas over here. Get these cav out. Get the cav out. If they want to try and flank, we will make them think about it. I think they started swinging in actually at that minute, but there we are. We'll get the Paulas over here just to try and deal morale debuffs to that part of the battlefield. This side should be a lot more solid. So, excellent. Let's just try and get this sped up a tiny bit. Yeah, that'll probably do there, Paula, because they're not actually anywhere near as wide as I was anticipating. And they've got one warband in behind, but other than that, they're pretty much just going to face us straight on. This guy will just get slammed into by the cat. Oh, they're really turning out towards us now. That's fine. As long as they're not actually, like, yeah, poking us too bad. To be honest, I don't mind actually just swinging and charging because they're in a stupid position. They are smashed. That's a double unit charge into them. We lost a few more than I'd probably like, but you know, good to get a bit of a cav charge. We've done a lot of the same kind of battles so far. No, you know what? I'm just going to lead them off into stupid directions away from the battle. That's fine. You guys get yourselves out of there for now, and we'll do some mopping up in a minute. The rest of them, they're going to get themselves into this position. Their cav's going to cause us a few problems, actually, isn't it? This guy's going to get himself broken, unfortunately. So that unit's probably dead because they do like to try and flank, although for some reason he's still fighting. Okay, we're just going to swing everyone who doesn't need to be over here. Over here, you get into them. You guys just start rearranging. Screeching Women are doing some fun work. Cavalry. Yeah, you get into there. This unit survives so long. Fair play. And I mean, just in time for the cav to smash into them. Didn't quite get the hit we wanted, unfortunately, because yeah, those cav really melt when they hit the enemy. You guys will do a lot more damage because you're on 3 experience. But you know, that's fine. We've got their general dead. Bit of an awkward one because again the flanking manoeuvre's doing its job. You guys turn around. Gosh, they're really charging in. They're a lot quicker than I always remember, aren't they? Just got to bear that in mind. So at the moment we've got so much nonsense happening. This is where I really need those other infantry units actually to cover the flanks, because we are finding a bit of awkwardness going on here. Send the warband, send the general to go deal with that warband, to be honest. That'd be fine. Yeah, you can mop those guys up. These guys just need to slowly walk towards the enemy. These guys actually did their job, which is kind of amusing. They're chasing after cav. This is all a bit of a mess. I think I'm getting a bit tired at this point. Oh dear. Right, you mop them up. You walk slowly towards them. The rest of us just get into position to be... Oh, the cav are being charged again. Wow, they're really desperate to hit these guys, aren't they? Let's get the Screeching Women to deal with them. I'm sure they can cope with it. You turn around. You turn around. You... That's my own unit. You turn around. General is fighting. He should have largely broken them. Yeah, he broke them with the charge. Excellent news. Okay, it's all a bit of a hilarious mess, but it's fine. Get all of my infantry and just get them slowly wandering back in that direction. General can mop up these guys. These cav... Yeah, the women tried to pin them, but apparently, yeah, they're broken now because they're stuck behind the lines, which is the problem when you try and do a stupid flanking manoeuvre on the cavalry, who are faster than you. Okay, job done. Really, I mean, the rest of them are running. What a strange battle. Anyway, all is good. We'll just get like the one unit that's... Actually, the women have got them dealt with. Lovely stuff. Paul has got that in the bag. You deal with them. This warband... Yeah, you go out of formation. You mop them up. And I think the same for these guys. But the battle is effectively won. Oh, that's the break there. That's what you wanted to see. Get on top of this warband, General. Blow the horn of destiny. Don't know where you are, but hopefully that's it. Yes! Oh, beautiful. And Swiss cheese may be our victory soon enough, because we are making our way towards the land of the Swiss, and melting is a thing that's happening. Okay, so you can do an ambush just like your rebel campaign. Send one unit to hide near enemy and hope it doesn't get found and get ambushed anyway. Yes, I know, so many hiding scout units on the rebel campaigns that just get unfortunately pounced upon. This is where, like on later games like an Empire, obviously you get the it's more to do with the zone of control actually on Empire, but you know, you get the do you want to intercept, which, yeah, I'd like the option, thank you. I'd like the option. It was rather sad losing those units. They were good scouts. Okay, job essentially done. I don't think they're gonna count of any troops getting away from this. Right, 99%. 2 out of 15. Excellent job. Perfect work. And oh, there's just one lad left. Excellent news. Stream just passed 3 hours, I believe. Yes, it's just gone 10 o'clock here in Spain, so that will be 3 hours. So perfect. I think every stream has got progressively longer. I think I did say on the first stream that who's still fighting? Oh, just this dude. Yeah, I did say on the first stream that I'll have to like build my streaming stamina, but we have got slightly longer each time. I think we are just about at the point of finishing up though for today. A bit of experience with the Warlord. We did basically get one unit routed, but it actually, in a funny way, it worked very well because so many units actually got distracted by it that we could just end up melting most of their army with the pincer there. Now the Cav obviously did get themselves quite badly injured, but that's just the mercs. Their job was to mop things up. And Cav are fairly experienced. They survived quite nicely. Okay. We shall rule. Zooming in and out is happening. Oh, roads. Thank you for building those roads, Dacia. I'm going to enjoy those roads very, very soon. Okay. So, Lavarvum has itself some roads. We'll go and keep an eye on Batavium. Now the thing is, obviously, if I do take Lavarvum, I have to go deal with the Gauls swinging up in that direction. And that would be annoying. So, we have ourselves General over here. And we will hold on for the time being. But our spy, he can swing down this direction. Lemontown, not a lot. So he's trying to swing around potentially to, yes, ambush the ambushes. So I think it's probably best for us to just move back in this direction since we took out that army. If they wanted to take their time, they could have. But they did not. Egypt's now the strongest faction because we just lost people in battle. It's a bit rude, quite frankly. What did you actually just pick up? I missed that. Marriage celebrations. He picked up a wife. Well, there we are. Lovely. Wife is above reproach. Lucky pick there. So he waited to his 40, but he found a good woman. Fair enough, sir. And Rio Burgess. Let's have a look at our family tree on that note. So we have ourselves quite a few more children coming through from earlier, that's for sure. Nice stuff. And we should probably start to consider our faction heir because our faction leader is 55. Was obviously the guy in that battle there. And there we go. That was it over there. He found a 46-year-old, so he's probably going to have no children. Maybe conquer enough territory he will adopt. Bit of a shame because he's got very lively and I'd like that to continue in the family, but alas, he has no children. Tara, roads. I don't know if there is a cap for women. Actually, I'm sure I saw it in the file at some point. There is a cap, but I think it might be nearer 50. Because I recall, I mean, sometimes I get a bit muddled with Crusader Kings. Crusader Kings, I'm pretty sure it is 45, but I think on this it's not. I have a feeling it is more like 50 or 55, but the cap is in the file somewhere, but I don't remember off the top of my head. So Londinium is very soon going to grow. We do need those troops just to keep it happy, to be honest. But if we're not going to have a general there, then we can have a tavern. I don't really like to build the taverns unless we've got, well, unless they're already a drunken alcoholic wreck, in which case we might as well continue with that regard. Okay, 2,800 money. Just continue to invest in growth and that kind of thing. Ooh, if this were me as the rebels, we'd go and conquer that, wouldn't we? Okay, well we were building a force over here to go and deal with rebels. So you know what? Cancel the farms in Trier because I need a couple more units. You can get Screeching Women. I wouldn't mind Screeching Women to go east eventually anyway. And we'll go get some more troops. Bordertown must be close. Yeah, we're there. 1935. We started in 1939 and we're in 1935 now. Interesting. So, you are heading over towards Tomtiacum. Excellent news. Loversize, how are you doing? 1100. We desperately need to go and get some peasants down there. Build that over in that part of the world. Your peasants should be heading that way. That's the point of them. These peasants, to be honest, I kind of need one of them to look after the town for a turn. We did build, yeah, we had some over here who were supposed to be doing that job actually. But yeah, they got blocked, didn't they, en route. So there we are. Lavarvum back under watch, and we can head towards Aquincum. They're not doing too hot, are they? They have not managed to take back their original settlement territories. Interesting that we know it, but of course I can't actually see it. It says Dacian town allies. They're not my allies, but the Thracians hold it. They're my allies. The game is very, very confused about all of that nonsense. Okay. How are we getting on? Well, you know what? I think what we'll do is we'll save up. We'll get ourselves one more turn just to see where we're at. And then I think that might be a good place. Oh yes, let's see if this alliance is now going to be favourable. Would not be a good thing. They don't want to group up this alliance, sadly. But we are friends of Thrace, so that will just have to do, I suppose. Dacians are moving in that part of the world, but in general, things are looking pretty chill. Roman Scipione. Okay, let's see how you're getting on. Map information, map information. Okay, they've only taken Syracuse by the looks of that. Do you want to be friends? Ooh, friends of the Romans. Let's go for it. We accept. Very nice. So, we have some friendship with the Romans. It won't stop them attacking at all, but it might put them off for a turn or two. I don't know. But, Macedonians don't want to be friends. Then we'll be friends with the Romans instead. Axe Bitten. Always nice to have, to be honest. And we could do with going to mop up these rebels. It's only like one guy. What's the worst that could happen? Victory! Yay. Okay, we actually won that time. That's nice, isn't it? So, with the victory and the glory, we'll go have a look at Lemontown. A few units there. Okay, enough that we're fine. I think, what are we going to do? Index is trying to swing around. I think we just leave a couple... Or do we want to leave a couple? We can use a couple units from here, actually. I might just send a couple units to go and block him off. Do we have any more generals around? Not many, to be honest. Okay, how far can he get that far? Okay, I'm quite happy to send... We've all got 2 experience on us. I would say we can send the cav as well. Ooh, yeah, let's ambush him. Let's ambush him. Yeah, we're going to ambush their general on the way through, okay? These guys should be able to do it. How good is he? We can't see how big he is, but he's just a family member? Yeah, just a normal family member. So let's not worry about the bridge. Is he going to swing this way to reinforce? He might do. But let's not worry about that. We'll just go for Lemontown if we can. We could probably then send a few of these troops in this direction. Yeah, they can block the bridge there as well. In theory, they could come up and attack them. But I think they'll be fine with that as it is. Normal tax rate, get yourself more ports. Oh, this is excellent news. And over in this part of the world, Vickers Gothy. We should be able to retrain our cav now. Get ourselves a dog. Like a dog unit. We're just going to start building up this part of the world. We need to get across the border. Sadly, we can't make it to Loversize just yet. This is the much smaller town. This is 1700, 1900. That's about to grow, which is perfect. Dam has a market. Get the temple. Summer Breva has a market. That's not too important to do anything else there for the time being. And Condate Redonum has itself the port that we just organised. So recruit report, Battle Vidorium, Screeching Women, that's fine. And Dam has itself some spearmen because we need to go and deal with the rebel problem. So swing them out, they're just about happy enough for the time being. We can turn on the tax rate for a turn, we're going to be building that up. Bordishholm, it's so close. Yeah, well, next turn we'll get 2 more building upgrades, which means we will need some money for it. Alesia, under siege down to 4. They're losing men quick, actually. They're losing men quick. That's good. Good to know. We've got 5 rams. Let's build more rams. Why not? I'm going to build up another 4. And that'll be perfect. Okay. Next turn then. Next turn and next time. We have ourselves the ambush of somewhere in France. We have the ambush of Vindex. Good old Vindex. Hopefully he's going to walk into the ambush. That would be absolutely marvellous. In fact, is this guy a good ambusher? He is. If I take him away, they're going to sally. Although he should be fine, but I can't take him away from there, I'm afraid. We'll have to see if he can pull it off by himself. Have to see if he can do it by himself. We've got our Conqueror over here. He's going to swing over to Lemontown before long. I don't know about the Nabi Martius. We'll have to see about that. Where is... I did have a spy around here, didn't I? Where's the spy? Can't actually see the spy anymore. I've lost him. There he is, crouching. He's hiding, you see, because he's a good spy. Okay, we're going to get him to continue moving on. We'll just take over the Gallic territories for now. I don't mind sort of stopping somewhere. A little rebel buffer with, like, the Gauls and Rome isn't the worst idea in the world. So, yeah, maybe we'll just go to the Nabi Martius and Lamonum. Lugdunum... Yeah, Lugdunum we might as well get anyway. Massilia would be good as a blocking point, but I don't want to pull in the Romans, really. Don't want to have a border with them for as long as possible. Okay, this guy is going to swing into Tontiaca, which is a little bit happier, but we will just turn the tax rate around a little bit. you can... You know what? Another unit of Naked Fanatics. They're very cheap, actually, aren't they? 385. Certainly cheaper than them. Yeah, similar to the Cav. Cav are always surprisingly cheap on Rome. I always find it a little bit bizarre, but there we are. Okay, next time we do have a couple rebels to take out then. Peasants are on their way. This force is going to deal with this force first, and then it's going to swing over here. When it's dealt with them, that'll be fine. Because Goffy is training up troops anyway, we can try out some dogs over there. How is the growth going? 2.5. We're going to turn that to normal at this point, because I really, really want this to get up. In fact, I'm going to put it to low. We want that absolutely growing speedily. So actually, yeah, dogs is fine, but we might actually send some of the peasants over there. So, damn, your job is to pump out some peasants, I'm afraid, for the time being. We do need to get your temple built, but the archers is the most important thing. We need to be ready for the Scythians in the coming episodes. Right, I think this is probably a good place to wrap it up. We are ready to pounce on Lemmentown. Alesia might well be coming up very, very soon. There's a potential ambush. If they want to reinforce, they're going to get spiked to death, which would be marvellous. Shame we don't have any axemen for it. We could have some axemen for it, but I don't really want to risk sending too many of my troops away. They might choose to sally forth this turn because we have slightly weakened that force. The Empire is slowly building up population. We're about 3,000 and a lot of these. 4,000 there, 3,000 there. The last few small towns in Buddersholm and Vickers Marcomanni are about to grow. Vickers Gothy has itself some good ports. Some military infrastructure. We got ourselves the dogs over there. Lovasice is about to grow eventually, but yeah, that's the last one. Things are looking good. Things are looking good in general. The British are gone. Yes, the Operation Seahorse was a great success. So yeah, we can all celebrate Operation Seahorse forevermore. Okay, that guy's preparing to ambush. Slash is going to put down a tower next turn, and eventually he'll actually go and enjoy ruling over all of Britannia. I'm going to check in with the chat how we're doing. You absolutely remain friends with Rome right until the Judo see one of your cities they fancy, and then no more. Indeed, that's why even the Narbin Martius, they might swing around and go and do something. So I'm not going to be at rush to be pushing through the rest of the Gauls, to be honest. I'll take Lemmentown. I'll take Londinium because it's a good bottleneck. And to be honest, between the river crossing and that, I'm kind of happy to stop there. As long as the Gauls are not being irritating. But we could just block up the bridge and see how that goes. But I don't want to be too aggressive with them. Next time we're going to finish off Alesia, and then we've got to start making sure we're ready for this war. We'll probably be largely mopping up them. We might be doing with Dacia just a tiny bit. So we just need a little sip there. But in general, yeah, we'll be preparing for the Eastern War, getting our towns ready, built into minor cities, hopefully getting some infrastructure in place. Maybe mopping up Dacia, definitely mopping up Gaul. But I think we are very much in a good place at this stage. So, what else? Hi, what's popping? We're about to finish, I'm afraid. But, yes, we've still got 30 people here at the stream. So thanks for the stream. Time to chat. Have a good day/night all. Indeed, it's been a very busy chat today. Feels like being a good conversation running. Sorry if I didn't read your message out. We're just about the size of live chat here where I can just about get through the chats as we're playing, but there's always the odd message that might slip through, particularly if it's busy at that particular moment. So I'll save it up as 3 there, and just to show that I'm serious, I'll move us over to this screen. Is there any kind of set schedule for these? They're pretty much every 2 weeks, normally Tuesday. So every other Tuesday basically is the general plan, but I was very much feeling like well, I had the plague basically. So I had the plague, and it's still a little bit in my throat today. It's the odd cough, but felt a lot better for it today. The next one will be on January 30th. The plan is for Tuesday 30th. 31st is actually the 5th anniversary for the channel, so there's going to be a rather ridiculous video for that day. I'm looking forward to it, assuming all comes together nicely. But I got a good video planned for the 5th anniversary on the 31st. The plan is, the next stream, episode 3, on January 30th. That should be the Tuesday. I am considering doing weekly though, because these are very good fun. and people do seem to enjoy them as well. We've still got lots of people turning up for live Rome Total War. And as I say, around 30 people. I think we got up to about 50 last time at the peak. I haven't seen the peak today. But at that, we can still have a good chat. I can still keep an eye on the chat as we go along. But yes, thank you for the stream. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody. I will just tell you what's going on the channel this week, Thursday, which is tomorrow. Empire episode 4. I hope you're enjoying Empire. And things are normally slightly quieter on YouTube in January, especially compared to December. Things are normally like June to December always like get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then January's normally a bit of a drop off. But people seem to be enjoying Empire, which is excellent. I've been really enjoying making that. Although you will start to hear my Def and Lurgy in the next few episodes. But yes, Empire episode 4 on Thursday and episode 5 on Monday. We have a shorts video on Sunday. Not sure what short video is coming up. But Wednesday we have Bad North Infantry Only Part 2. Infantry Only is an intriguing one. I do like those challenge runs on Bad North, and people seem to consistently still be interested in the game, even though it's about 4 or 5 years old now and quite a small game. But people still seem to go and watch it, which is lovely. So we will continue to be playing that. And it did win out on a poll for live streams in the future. So be interested to maybe throw that into a live stream too. Elsewhere, what else is going on? A big thank you to all the Patreon and members that we have. The podcast Q&A submissions thread has been put up today. So if you have any questions to ask, I know we do have questions and answers a bit in these live streams. But yes, if you are a member, then if you have to be a Cretan Archer, I think the podcast is Cretan Archer or Amazonian Chariot. I think it's the 2 higher tier ones anyway. But the submission thread is up if you're interested in that. And the guides for Germania, obviously this is part of the strategy and battlefield tactics series. So the guides for Germania are planned for February. So they will be coming up next month as we complete this campaign. So the plan is every other week for now. But I think in February I might well try doing weekly live streams because they are good fun, and it's nice to kind of get through the series. Otherwise, it might take a little bit too long to kind of go through them when we could be putting out those guide videos as well. So yes, the guide videos for Germania coming up next month as we continue this series. But I think that's probably about all for now. So thank you everybody for joining. It's been a magnificent time. Really, really busy, interesting chat today. So, hasta luego, or as they say down here in Andalusia, a luego, or aloha. Just everything cuts off the end. They don't have any. They don't really use syllables here. They just turn everything into one syllable. So it says aloha, a luego, aloha. So, which ironically sounds a bit like alor, but a luego to you. The wife / the dishes. I don't know what that reference is to, my good sir, but I hope all is fine with the wife and the dishes. Put me back to Bad North. I love it. Bad North is excellent. It's just one of those games I can just pick and play whenever, and always a good time. Always a good time. Although if you are a bit rusty, you will die. So hopefully all will be fine in the infantry only campaign. If you haven't seen that already, hopefully you can join me for that. But for now, I will be leaving you all. Enjoy Empire tomorrow, but I am Thomas, this is Nerds to Human, and this has been our Germania short campaign livestream series. Thank you, everybody, and bye-bye.